Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
This is why they hate me, because they ain't got. They were never in pro wrestling like me. They never had their own trading card.
That's right.
Their wife didn't have sex with Hulk Hogan.
That's true. That is true.
They don't have their own documentary coming out or their own app, and neither do we.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Yeah. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Thursday, March 27th, 2025. Still got this upper respiratory infection crud, and I thought I was beating it. And by the way, I do have a cough drop in, so you.
Oh God.
You may have a little AMSR, ASF, so whatever the hell. You may be having some cough drop, AMSR.
PUKE.
Or some PUKE.
Sounds gross.
There's probably, I'm not trying to give myself a lot of credit, but there's probably a lot of people that speak for a living in 5 to 7 hour increments that probably would be calling in at sick and not trying to come in and do a show.
Dude, you're like Trump. He got shot in the air. He's back to work the next day.
Yeah. That shot in the ear deal, obviously.
Grew back pretty quickly, eh?
Well, here's the deal. If it just goes through, it's just like getting your ears pierced. I got to think that as long as it doesn't go in your head, which it didn't, I'm not going to say it's not that big a deal because it could have changed the complex. Oh my God. But let's not be Republican or Democrat about it, but let's just be mindful of what would that have done to our country.
If we're being intellectually honest, I don't even think we'd still be standing right now.
Brian, you are the person that usually is intellectually honest and maybe a little bit stiff, but
he's the toothy hoothie.
The toothy hoothie. What had they killed him, and would it just have been a absolute martial law crap storm, or what do you think would have happened?
Well, it would have been God's opportunity to resurrect Donald Trump and bring him back from the dead after 3 days.
Like Jon Snow in Game of Thrones.
It's a possibility. You can't rule that one out. No, it would have been pretty. It could have been civil war. You just don't know how the country's going to react to something like that. Certainly, there's a faction of Trump supporters that are heavily armed, and some would say dangerous.
Would we? But hold on. Would we be involved in all these congressional hearings and the blame game and the Secret Service director who did get fired? But even under more scrutiny, and we just would have been in shambles as a country.
Hierarchy, $100 in the BubbaArmyTips.com.
Man, do we need that? Thank you, Hierarchy.
Thank you, Harvey.
Continuing your speculation, Brian.
Yeah, I think things would be in. Seth used the right word. I think shambles. Who knows if we'd still be standing as a nation? There definitely would be turmoil.
And
it'd be unprecedented.
Would that have? And this is just strictly your opinion. Obviously, the Republicans now had had JD Vance been named? Had he named his presidential guy yet? I don't think he had.
It was right before. That's why it was one of the ones that a lot more press were at this particular rally, because it was speculation that he was going to name his VP running mate at this rally.
So, if not, so it was timely. It was timed. He was right in that wheelhouse where within any rally, he was going to name his guy or his girl. So, these were heavily attended by the press because it was speculated that he was going to very soon announce his running mate.
Yeah.
So, had he not, Butler, Pennsylvania, had he, and as of the Butler, Pennsylvania attempt, he had not named J.D. Vance, what would the Republican Party have done? Would they have tried to prop up somebody since he hadn't named anybody, would the Republican Party step in and name somebody?
Yeah, most likely that's what would have happened.
And who do you think it would have been?
Elon.
He's not even American, is he?
No, you can't. He's not eligible to run.
His mom's Jewish, though.
If I hear that lie again told by the great, wonderful person on this seat.
Nandiako.
Yeah, it's not true.
Hey, Seth's mom's Jewish.
Yeah, Seth was pretty shooketh by the whole Trump thing because it had him. He left Lummy's party after 20 minutes. He couldn't handle it. So I think he was expecting there to be the Civil War. He was heading home ready for the war.
I think Seth attends all functions with his Twitter open on news updates to give him an excuse to exit early upon whether it's Sammy's kickball tournament or it's Lummy's birthday party.
No, I went with you, Bubba. We went down with Stein and with Paige because we were all talking about it, and I was trying to curry favor with my Republican friends, and I was like, well, I definitely am voting for Trump now because of this. And, Lummy understood. I just wanted to, show up for Lummy's 40th birthday, and then when I saw everybody there dressed as Lummy, I realized that was my time that I could escape and no one might notice.
And I didn't get that memo that you're supposed to dress up like Lummy. I don't remember.
Well, it was out there.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah, it was only all over the Facebook page, and Ashley only told everybody, but she probably forgot to tell you.
No problem. Welcome, Brian. How are you, my friend?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Oh, I'm not doing too good.
Oh, no. What happened? I know you're sick.
I'm sick.
But, I mean, that's been like the story for the past all week. I mean, you've just fought through it.
Oh, my God.
Are you on the Sizz?
Yeah,
when
I am on the scissor.
When Walter Reed walked out, or whoever the player was for the Knicks, and was injured, he didn't talk about how injured he was. He just went out there and performed.
You don't know that he didn't say it.
This is like Paul Pierce getting carried off the court when he had a stomach ache.
Michael Jordan in the flu game didn't tell any other player wouldn't have played.
Listen.
He was put on a show.
Listen, Linda. Listen. Those players don't have to talk for 5 straight hours. Those players don't have to, and one of the things when you have an upper respiratory infection is that you get hoarse, you have a sore throat, you're hacking up loogies, and so talking,
is harder than putting up 40 points in the playoffs.
Yeah, it probably is.
You're the Michael Jordan of radio.
Michael Jordan having a sore throat does nothing to his jump shot. Would you at least agree to that? Michael Jordan's sore throat and not being able to talk that well does nothing to the fact that he's got a 38-inch vertical and can hoop like a bitch.
I would say that the flu and a virus that's ravaging somebody's body to the point of giving them a fever and dehydration would impact a peak athlete.
Michael Jordan tweaks an ankle, a knee, a shoulder, a wrist, something to do with his shooting movement. Well, then that's a big deal if he's playing the game. But if he's just got, little flu schmew, Michael Jordan is the all-time greatest. Bubba, that bitch will forge right on through it.
Let's ease out of the Michael Jordan comparisons. And this is more like when Brett Favre would play games on full-on painkillers. This is like, when he gets through it, he has a good game. That's you.
Yeah.
He was a superstar.
Yeah. I'm on pills. Hold on. I am on I am on prescription medication prescribed to me.
How many opioids are you on currently?
1. Well, because the cough syrup has codeine in it.
Yeah.
And I think codeíne's an opioid.
Yeah, and you're just smashing that, right?
I'm about ready to call Dan for a refill.
Brian, do you want to tell? I feel like Bubba's illness has inspired your game for today.
It kind of did. It kind of did inspire my game for today. The game for today is going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be new.
Can you tell us?
We're hard teasing it.
We're going to cherish it.
Can you tell us what it is?
So today's game is going to be prescription drug, Pokemon, or gibberish I made up. And I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to have to tell me whether or not that is an actual prescription drug, a Pokemon character, or gibberish that I made up.
This guy's oozing with talent. He called me yesterday. I got giddy. All right, that's just me, I guess.
That's Josh Giddey in a break.
I like it. Now, what do you have, a $5,000 to $5,000 gift card?
This one's a very special one because it's the last gift card in my drawer. So this may be the last prize you guys are competing for on Twink Martindale's game. But what makes this one special?
Which, by the way, if I may interject, one of the when we play our little game Thursdays with Brian, he turns into his game show host shtick. Personality, and his name's Twink Fartindale, and the prizes, we've had 3 games, and all 3 prizes are leftover gift cards that he's gotten or that he's bought during the holiday season and didn't gift, and they range, and he doesn't know how much money's on them, so they range anywhere from $5 to $150. Most of them are about $10. I think. And by the way,
most of them have been 25, and I think this may be the 4th gift card I've given away. I don't know.
Okay, and I think I've won every game.
Lummy won the inaugural game.
Lummy, are you keeping score on who's won what? I don't think
yes.
I think I don't think you have.
I have. I just need to find it.
I don't think you have.
It's 2-1, Bubba.
Hold on.
Then 1 Lummy, 0
I don't
Seth.
think you have. And I just reminded you of it, and now you're going to go backfill it. And if that's the case, buddy, no big deal.
No, he doesn't need to backfill. You won the first game. But
Lummy won the first
game.
one.
You won the last 2.
Lummy won Who Knows Their Football Team Best.
And
Bubba won What's in My Mouth with the potato chip gimmick. And then Bubba won Who's the Best Guesser. And didn't Bubba also win what
What'd he get?
He won the other one, the Kanye or ChatGPT.
Yeah.
This is our 5th game. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Lummy,
5th anniversary.
And listen, Brian, quit being a dick by saying that the potato chip game was called What's in My Mouth.
That was the name of the game.
No, it wasn't. It's What Potato Chip Is It? It was a potato chip game. It wasn't What's in Your Mouth game. Making me look like I had to, put different things in my mouth. It was put the potato. So the game.
If I'm being intellectually honest.
If you're being intellectually honest, 3rd one of the day, by the way, is setting an all-time record. Lummy won the first game, and Lummy, what was that game called?
That was Who Knows Their Sports Teams Best.
Okay, and then the second game, Lummy, I won, and what was that game called?
What's in Your Mouth?
Oh, what's happening?
Bubba's coming down to beat Lummy.
All right. This is going to be
He's
good.
got the sippy in him, and he's angry.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is it the potato chip? Who knows their potato chips? Is that it? What? I was just looking for because people sit at my desk now, so they move.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, no, I don't have the notes. I was looking for it.
What people sit at your desk?
He's just an idiot.
We didn't have any.
Unprepared idiot.
We had no pigmentation fellows at your desk.
I wasn't saying that. I was just saying throughout the times.
They sit at my desk.
Okay.
Them peoples?
Did you notice? I hope you guys can see my growth in the fact that back in the day I would have gone on and smashed them.
Oh, I thought you meant you had like a mole on the back of your neck or something.
And today I just went down there, grabbed his notes, and looked at him in disgust.
Which hurts worse?
I just said, don't call the game What's in My Mouth. I just said that. Do you not have the same audio chain through your headphones that I do?
No, I do. I was looking for something. Sorry.
Are you having trouble with the audio chain, Lummy?
You are dumb.
Okay.
Oh, no,
gosh.
Bubba.
Oh, no.
This isn't you haven't turned over a new leaf. Lummy's sad.
Lummy said the game was called What's in My Mouth.
Why, you think that's too zookeeper-ish?
No, it's not the game name.
I thought that was my biggest pop of the day is going to be Lummy saying that after you said not to.
And literally, I'm talking seconds after I say, don't call it that. I even yelled at Brian, saying, Brian, stop putting that on me. That's not what the game was called. It wasn't called What's in My Mouth. Lummy, you're still scrambling around for your stupid notes that you don't have, which goes back to my original prediction that you didn't write any of this stuff down, that you're going to backfill it. So let's just... Oh, yeah, you are.
If I don't find it, I don't find it. Then I'll just have to rewrite it.
It shows you're supposed to be more organized.
Yes.
Like, I'm being for real with you. As being my executive producer, you're supposed to be more
organized.
Look, you got papers hanging out over there on camera. That looks like crap.
The paper goes behind Dr. Dan. These are
Lummy. I'm looking at the camera right now.
I'm watching Lummy's filing system, and it's very complex.
Lummy's filing system is one of a homeless person's. Okay, the homeless person that's under the bridge has a better filing system than Lummy. Lummy, listen, don't sit here and give me an attitude.
This is tough.
I'm not. I'm listening to you.
You're listening to me in disgust. Your face looks puffy and red, and I mean, you're just, I know that you get mad when I call you out, but buddy, you're kind of messing up right now because the game was not called that. What was it called?
Who knows their chips better?
Okay. I thought it was called the potato chip game, but who knows their chips better works more so than what's in your mouth.
I think that.
Now, Lummy, do you have a trapper keeper? Do you have a binder to keep all these, third grade cursive written notes of yours?
Yes, I keep usually for the month. So I can come to them very quickly for you. I keep the stuff, just like the thousands, and I keep my Columbus, Indiana ones.
Could you show everybody your on camera? Maybe we could get Macho Man to isolate it strictly on you. Could you show everybody your note-taking system or folder or getup? Could you do that?
Yeah, this is for the.
Can you show the camera? Okay, it just looks like pieces of paper.
Yes, that for the month because I can shuffle through them really quickly.
Yeah, through the month.
So
There's not a legal. There's not a legal what are those legal clips? There's not a legal clip on it. They're not stapled. There's not a.
He's not turning in a homework assignment over here.
There's not a folder that you can tuck it in a little pocket. There's nothing.
So I just found a study.
There's no paper clip that you just. And so where do you house those pieces of paper that you just showed the camera? Where do you keep those?
I keep them right underneath my one of my monitors.
Underneath a monitor.
Yeah, so I can reach to it and grab it quickly.
So, like, where's January's?
It's in the Trapper Keeper.
And where's that?
It is in my truck, so Macho does not throw it away. I do not keep that stuff here anymore, so people throw it away.
Don't you think that you should every morning bring your Trapper Keeper into the studio in case you listen? I'm just,
What if you're getting to a fiery wreck on the way to work, and then my history's gone?
I'm just trying to work through this employee boss. Is that every morning when you get to work, if you do indeed take your Trapper Keeper to work, that you should bring it in for what if I had to have you reference something from like the January 10th show and you wouldn't have it. I can see that you're scrambling around a lot right now. So why don't you bring your Trapper Keeper in every morning? And now that you and Macho Man have a better understanding of each other, and I think Macho Man, if you had a Trapper Keeper right there in front of you, literally right there in front of your desk, sitting right there, it says Lummy's Trapper Keeper, which Lummy, I kind of feel that maybe you're lying to me, that you don't even really have a trapper keeper in your truck. I'm just saying, like, if the next break we were to walk out into your truck,
it's probably not. It's probably at home.
This isn't good.
So
I don't know. I haven't used it in a month.
No, listen. I don't want hold on. I haven't used it in a month.
Well, because he hasn't put this month's material into it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna defend Lummy here. I just found a study, the effects of codeine on human aggressive responses, and I did, and it says significantly and positively correlated with higher aggression. So
Jeffrey Seacat, way to go, Sponge, and bring the show to a screeching halt, beating up on Lummy. Am I just supposed to let Lummy? Okay.
No, because
everybody's so goddamn snowflaked around here that you can just make mistakes, not do your job correctly, get called out, and I'm the bad guy. And I am the bad guy. Do you not forget it's my business? I mean, right? I mean, am I not supposed to correct people? Is this not a mistake? Should Lummy not have his show notes with him during the show? Because if I'm wrong, then I'll certainly. I have 3, 4 Macho Man, Brian, Lummy, and Seth that can speak their mind freely. If I'm wrong, then set me straight. Brian, let's go to you. You're the one that's the least afraid of me.
If the expectation is that Lummy is supposed to have the trapper keeper ready at all times, then he has failed you.
Yeah, and being left at home is not cool.
Well, Walker needed something to color in.
Seth, what say you?
You know, I'm going to give Lummy a free pass because I don't know why you would need notes from a show on January 10th at all. I'm not.
Well, you don't know the show, then, Seth.
I think Lummy can get by with a lot of stuff off the top of his head if he doesn't have a hard copy. Okay. His backup's right there in his brain.
All right, no big deal. No big deal. Just Lummy, it's okay.
Just don't let me go, man, please.
It's okay. You know what? I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Seth's looking around. He's like, the numbers are dwindling. I can't have Lummy's job put on me.
I guess I'm wrong.
It was 1-1, Bubba.
Bubba, I stood up for you.
We have this thing called the show trapper keeper that we keep various notes and things that happen during the show. I assumed that would always be readily available for Lummy to grab and look at and be able to refer to. We have figured out that Lummy has left that at home, but that's I shouldn't be mad about that. And then the notes that I've asked Lummy to be able to refer back to with regards to the 5 games we've played, he's scrambling around now looking for papers underneath his monitor, which to me doesn't seem very organized as the executive producer of the program. And I think I have the right to maybe call him out a little bit on the deal, saying that that's not the way I want things done. I'd like to have the show note trapper keeper with you when we're on the air at all times, and I'd like for you to be a little more organized.
Okay, I will start bringing it again.
And really, Bubba, when you gave Lummy this job, it was really on the back of his organizational skills, right?
No.
Oh.
Well, one, I'm the one who took the notes, too. I was told I didn't need to bring it anymore, but I will start bringing them again.
Hold on.
No, but I will start bringing it again.
No. Whether it's Zolt 71 or Joe the Supermark or Iggy or anybody that knows the show inside and airtight, Kenny Price, I'd love to hear the audio of when I said you don't have to bring the show trapper keeper every day.
And if you had your trapper keeper, you'd be able to tell me that day, Lummy. She faced you.
That's true. Now listen, is there anybody, I think you keep digging your hole deeper, Lummy. Lummy, we had such a wonderful time shaving the goats yesterday.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Lummy,
you're not taking a note. I'm taking notes.
You're not letting me finish. We had such an amazing day yesterday, and this redirectness that I'm having with you, this scolding, if you will, this suggestion of how I want things done on my show, in no way, shape, or form I'd like for you to take as a bad thing or that I'm permanently mad at you. I love you. You're not only are you one of my best friends on the air, but off the air, we're genuinely friends. I'm just giving some insight into an employee. That's it. I'm not hollering at you. I'm not mad at you. You're not going to have to do some goofy stunt. I'm not asking you to take the day off. I'm just saying. I'm just redirecting you and giving you, some
tough love, if you will.
Yeah. So we had such a great day yesterday. We got a whole story about that. Don't let this, I can see through your body actions and everything that you are mad and upset. I don't think it's unreasonable. One, for if that audio does exist, I'd love to hear it. That I said, don't worry about bringing the Trapper Keeper or don't worry about bringing the show notes into the studio every day. If I said that, I will personally apologize.
Joe the Supermark said, you never said that. Why would you say that? It wouldn't make sense.
Where did he say that at?
I think Brian made that up.
No, it was in YouTube. Bubba has never said leave the Trapper Keeper at home. That would not make any sense.
Okay, well, we'll see if Zolt finds it.
Lummy?
Zolt's on the case. I love this show.
Lummy is really, really, really... Because Zolt will tell you how much I'm supposed to weigh right now, too.
I think yeah.
But listen, and Lummy, can we come to an agreement? Whereas if somebody finds that snippet, I will personally apologize to you
and go skinny dipping.
Yeah, listen, Bubba, I said
hold on, and then if it doesn't exist, you will
shave his beard.
No, you will personally apologize to me. Say, listen, you know what? I made a mistake. You didn't say that. I just heard it wrong. And Lummy, did I not make when we were done shaving the goats and we were in the back of my truck and you asked me a little favor about something that you'd like to do, but I told you that you could never do it. And what did I say then? Do you remember what you asked me?
Yeah.
So, whoa. I don't want people to know what it was about. It's insignificant, but I don't want people to know. But I was very adamant about this one particular thing in your life, and I made a ruling. And you asked if I would change my ruling, and without a beat, not fighting you, what did I say?
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I just say something?
Of course, you can say a lot of things.
A couple minutes ago, I said, you know what, Bubba, I will start bringing it in. It's a good point, and I will continue. I will start bringing it in. I did not disagree with you. I'm upset right now, not at you getting upset with me. I'm upset at myself for. One, not being able to face you on at least taking the notes on the game because I can't find that, and that I'm missing some different things. So it is probably better for me to just have the Trapper Keeper here and take it back and talk with Macho about it. And I agree with you.
It makes sense that you have your organizational folder of all show notes right there, and that you don't do them where you stuff them behind a monitor each month and then I guess transfer them out to a folder that may or may not exist. I mean, I'd like to be able to say, hey, Lummy, you got the show notes, and you whip them out and you show yeah, I got my folder right here. What do you want to, hey, I want to know something from November 15th. Hold on. Oh, here it is. What do you want? No
problem.
Yeah, hey, no problem. But here's what I don't understand is that people are such dicks in chat. Enough, Bubba. Stop. Am I just supposed to sit here and just let people do whatever they want, make any type of mistake they want, and just supposed to sit here and just not care? Like, I mean, Brian, put this application into your workplace. I mean, do you ever have to redirect, employees or ask them to do something differently or get on them a little bit?
I had an incident, yes, just yesterday. The garbage can in the kitchen, they allowed to pile over when I got into work, and I tested them like a father. And I went into because I was the first one in. I went into my office, and I came out 2 hours later, and they had taken more garbage and put it on the counter, and the garbage bag was still full. And I very loudly said, not very loudly, but I made a point of saying to everybody, look, we're a family here. We all take out the trash. This is not one person's job. And yes, I was very disappointed with all of them.
And so what if you would have gone back to your desk and there are a bunch of assholes on a forum telling you how stupid and how unreasonable you are and how mean you are and enough, and you shouldn't have gotten on your employees that way? And would you just been like, you know what? You don't work here. You're not a partner here. You don't own half this business.
No,
shut the F up.
Well, this is where you're not going to like it. I wouldn't pay attention to it. I wouldn't let it bother me. But I'm built different.
But hold on, in your application that doesn't work. Like it's not even.
No, but I mean, even if it were, I would not care. Like, what do I care if Dirk Diggler 69 has an opinion about something? I mean, I really don't.
But what they don't realize is, for the healthiness of the program, those notes need to be readily available for reference purposes for the program. They need to be, they're a part of the show, so to speak. We make all types of rulings and have all types of different things that we need written down to be able to refer to. Lummy knows that.
Yes.
So anyway, let's move on, because obviously I'm the bad guy.
Who cares if you're the bad guy? Lean into it, man. You think the Joker sits there and worries about what people are saying about him in Gotham? No.
That's a good point. Maybe I should just, you know what? Maybe we should just turn chat off for me. And I don't have the ability to even look at your stupid ass in your stupid comment. Because your stupid ass and your stupid comment doesn't really affect.
Not you, Lummy, the people.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Hey, Brian. Brian, hey. Seth?
Yeah.
Can you hand that down to Brian?
Yeah.
And I don't want him to. Well, Brian, I want you to look at this, but I don't know if I want you to look at it on the air and not have prepped, or prepped and probably prepped, right? I got something from.
I want you to have this. And I want you and Bubba to have this. That's off-putting. Those are for you and Bubba for the game.
Did you just say where I put it was off-putting?
I said where you put it was off-putting.
Here you go, sir.
Don't go losing those now.
We're not playing yet, are we?
No, but this way, let's say it's a really bad segment and you need Tweak Martindale
He's giving you backup
to
segment.
lift you up immediately. Or, I'm here for you, Bubs.
Okay, lover.
All right, let me see what you just handed me.
Yeah, can you? You probably need to look at it off the air. I think it's. Did somebody complain on me or something? And do I hand that to my payroll company?
Hold on. This may be just some random thing that they're doing a search on, but I don't.
I mean, they want payroll.
Well, yeah, I mean, what they're asking for, you need to provide them with.
I understand that, but like.
I just don't understand why this division would be looking for this information from you. This
Right.
is a better question for Tom Dean.
Do you
I
think
imagine he's seen something
Do you
similar.
think that has something to do with unemployment?
No, it wouldn't. Because it says work comp, which makes no sense.
I've never had a work comp claim ever.
They just may be doing an audit to make sure you have it. I don't know.
Okay, so would I give this to my payroll company? Because they're asking for payroll records.
Yeah, well, you'll need to get that for them, and then the other thing that the proof of insurance. But I would talk to Tom about this, see if he has any idea of why they would be sending that to you, because that's odd.
You know, it's some fucking troll that's probably complained on me.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it could be that, couldn't it?
Probably not. I don't know that would lead to what you got there, but who knows?
Man, I'm just getting fucked with, brother.
Brother, maybe we need to play this Linda Hogan shit.
You know what
Really,
they say? Mo money, mo problems. No money,
Mo
all
problem.
problems. Yeah, mo problems.
Hey, I'm not trying to do a bid or anything. I'm not trying to do a bid or anything. But did you know that 7-Eleven and I were crushing the weights yesterday?
No.
Oh, he hopped right on. They started doing shoulder
Did you
press.
guys clean them?
Yeah.
Which means you didn't.
Yeah, no, Bubba Lummy comes in and is like, what are you doing, man?
But Brian, it doesn't help that
Well, what was he doing?
Brian,
Yeah.
I thought he was bothering you.
it has to help that I do my payroll through a company. Like I don't do my payroll through I don't do my own payroll. I do it through a legitimate company.
Scott.
Yeah. Do you have time clocks here, or how do you log time?
Everybody's salary.
Okay.
You made a face, Bubba. This guy wants us punching a clock. Your attorneys punch a clock? Your little attorneys that don't take out the trash? Why don't you tell Bubba that you played your game for them yesterday? That you're testing out your bits on the people?
Why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I try it out to make sure?
Do you
the
think
game
Jay's
works?
doing that at his Diaco office? You think he's playing games? Or you think he's litigating?
I think he's shooting TikToks pretty much half the day. I mean, you want to know what I think? I'll share my opinion with you.
He got like 5 million views on one of them.
Good for him. But you asked what I think. I mean, you're going to come down on me for adding content to this show.
I'm not coming down on you. I love this.
Thank God I have the game, because it's not like we can go to the Trapper Keeper to kill a half.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Babyface Matroni in the studio today. He'll stick around and do a Blizzard podcast, which is overtaken Clem and Kush as the most popular podcast in our little podcasting world.
And I do have another mother-in-law story. This one's a doozy.
Ooh. You do?
Yeah, well, for the Blizzard, I don't bring that to the big
you
show.
won't bring... you weren't...
How do you think we got to number one? It's my mother-in-law stories. Everybody tunes in for those.
It's really true. It is a staple.
It is a staple of art. I mean, I can't give that.
Can you tease us?
Oh, she did something dumber than ever.
Did you yell at her about it?
It was scammy. What?
Did you yell at her
No,
about it?
I did
was
not.
It scammy?
I didn't.
No, was it scammy towards you or just towards like a company?
No. Like her stupidity. What she did was absolutely idiotic, and hilarious in a way. But it's going to have repercussions, I'm sure. Within.
Now, are you worried? If you were me, would you be concerned about the certified letter I got from the state of Florida?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm curious. I don't think it's necessarily anything bad. I hope your workers' comp insurance is up to date.
It is. I mean, I do all my payroll through.
Well, payroll's not work comp insurance. Work comp insurance is a separate policy that you have to purchase and pay for and all of that.
Oh, I don't know if I even have that.
Well, that's where where my concern would arise then.
Is there a heavy penalty if you don't have it?
I don't know. That's a good question. Double up.
Have you heard about my new? Are you interested in? You're not a big sniff guy. Did you get volume 24?
I got volume 25, baby. I was here for the launch date.
Oh,
he
you
was
were?
here the first day.
Yeah.
Oh, now have you been able to use it for your lovely wife?
Yeah, she liked it. She thought it was very nice smell.
She liked it.
Yeah, a little fresher, a little more springy than last year's, almost like a daytime scent.
Now, are you familiar? No, you have to because you listen to the show on the big on the new tennis shoes.
The Fat Man Dunks 3s?
Yes.
I saw them. The design looks amazing.
You want a pair?
No, I don't think.
What size, Brian?
I don't think he would wear a pair.
I'm good.
I don't think he would wear a pair.
You're
Now,
good with the free pair?
Dan would wear a pair. I don't think Brian would. But anyway, I think they're a cool design. And they're absolutely a must-have if you're true Bubba Army and you're collecting all of them.
And you're going to sign them in silver Sharpie this year because of the black color? That will pop the best.
Here's within the notes section when you order them, denote whether you want an autograph, and I give you two options: silver or gold.
Oh, I think silver would look much better with this layout.
I think I agree with you. I think silver would look far better.
It would pop better.
I think so too. So should I only offer silver? Like, if you give people too many options, then you start optioning yourself out of the business.
Yeah, and why complicate things for yourself? You know, silver, and then you're not having to check. Oh, this one wanted it signed was a silver or gold, and then poor Erica tells you the wrong thing, or actually tells you the right thing, and you mishear it because you were half pilled up while you're doing it, and now you're yelling and screaming at her how dumb she is, and if boobs were brains, maybe that she would have gotten it wrong. You know?
I will take that.
Yeah.
We'll take that, but there's also a couple other scenarios. The person that bought them was pilled up, and they said silver when they meant gold, and so I write what they wrote. I write them in silver, and they say, well, we wanted gold, and I go back and look at their paperwork and show them that they really wanted silver, and then we get in a big fight.
Yep, and then they become a troll. They report you to work comp, and now you're dealing with this again in 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, now...
that's impossible. That didn't happen.
By the way, Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyShop.com. Within that world, so many other things to buy. Merch Trick was actually telling me, Lummy, that we were getting low on straw hats.
Really?
We've sold so many.
Oh, those are nice.
Guess what the next things that might come out? Bubba Army customized
Wait, you got to give us a chance to guess.
It's
polarized sunglasses.
Not polarized. Well,
oh, well, they got to be polarized, dude.
Yeah.
They're so cheap for polarization now. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Customized Bubba Army, kind of gaudy, over the top, polarized sunglasses. Looking, pricing those out as we speak.
Are they going to look like Goggins goggles? Mm-hmm. Have you seen that commercial yet, Seth?
No.
Oh.
But I do love Goggins.
Yeah.
I would take his goggles.
Who's Goggins?
He's Uncle Baby Billy from The Righteous Gemstones, and he appears with Danny McBride in a lot of his programs like Vice Principals and The Righteous Gemstones.
I'm currently watching two shows because my Dexter ran out. I'm watching White Lotus, and I'm watching 1823.
Goggins is on White Lotus this year.
Is he?
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is. He was the one that was on Vice Principals, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a great actor.
He is. You got to watch. This is the last season of Gemstones, Bubba. You should watch it. It's been really good.
I tried to get into it, and when it first came out, and I couldn't get into it.
I thought you were into the whole show.
Uncle Baby Billy is one of the greatest characters of all time.
Now,
in television history.
Since Righteous Gemstones is only what four seasons.
Yeah, I think it's season 5 right now.
I could binge that. First of all, I'm a big Danny McBride fan. One of my favorite shows of all time is Eastbound and Down, by far.
A lot of people are saying it's partially based around your career.
Eastbound and Down?
Yeah.
That or Gemstones?
No, Eastbound and Down. Well, no. If you're going to one to watch right now, Gemstones, because the new season's out, man.
No. My career is based around what?
I'm kind of both. Kind of both.
Now, so since I'm a big Danny McBride fan, and I'm also a Goggins fan, do you think I would like the Mighty Mighty Gemstones?
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones or the Righteous Gemstones?
The Righteous Gemstones.
That's the impression that I get, but I think that you would like the show if you gave it a chance and you were in a good mood. I wouldn't take it while you're on your Cody and aggression.
You think I'm on coding aggression right now?
This is studies show a market increase in aggression when people are on codeine.
I'm sick.
You were flying high yesterday, Bubba.
I'm flying high today. You're just taking my highness for stiffness.
Well, I mean, it was just you got stiff with the Trapper Keeper. Normally, people that are on the lean and codeine don't even think about paper.
I sent you the trailer for Righteous Gemstones.
He's seen the damn show.
Has he? He's making it sound like he hasn't.
Lummy, where's the Trapper Keeper? I swear that he said he got the
Bubba,
gemstones in September of 23.
You got to scroll down, Bubba.
Hold on here, Lummy. This is what.
Yeah, you got to scroll down on your messenger.
On my messenger?
Yes.
All right. I think, Lummy, that I have watched a few episodes, and John Goodman's in it, right?
Yeah, Bradley Cooper's in this season.
All right, let me see here. Let me go.
That episode sucked.
It did.
Yeah.
This is season 1, because I didn't know Bubba has seen it before.
But I mean, it's about a bunch of swindlers that get into the religious business.
Welcome home, Dr. Gemstone.
Your whole ministry is set up to serve the gemstones.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, I ain't. Praise be to He.
Why does Daddy leave me out of everything?
Being leaders, that's men's business.
I'm more of a man than Kelvin is.
I can't argue with you there. Good afternoon, Jesus. Thank you for letting me be born into this world as a gemstone.
Well, I don't know. I think I started to watch it, and I just, for some reason, didn't. But everybody that I know loves it. Everybody that I know.
I just thought you were already watching it. I'm not trying to give you a hard sell on it.
No.
It's not like Boardwalk Empire. It's pretty, it's pretty on the surface stuff.
Why, is Boardwalk Empire something I should have got into?
Oh, I mean, that's one of my top 5 shows of all time.
I need a show. Because all I got right now, let me.
What about Suits LA on Netflix or whatever?
Quit it.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people quit it.
I quit it. I just quit. I just not doing it. I'm on White Lotus and 1823, both of which are going to end soon. I finished the new Dexter. I tried watching. Tara had me watch something about, I forget what it was, but it was about the president of the United States who gets shot. And everybody's living underneath this bubble.
Oh, Paradise.
Yeah.
My parents are watching that. So if my parents like a show, it's almost immediately like I am not going to watch it.
Yeah. Tara's like, oh, my God, you got to see it. I'm like, so I started watching like 2 or 3 episodes. I'm like, living in a bubble and the president's dead and how many people got in the bubble. And then they would I hate shows that you're doing and then they flash back, but they don't really give you any hard indicators that they're flashing back. And then they flash back and you don't know if it's pre-bubble, post-bubble. I don't know. I'm waiting for Yellowstone to come for the remaining. I'm waiting for Tulsa King, Lummy, and Yellowstone.
Stranger Things, October. Excited?
I never watched. I was never.
You want one to watch? Stranger Things is a good one, man.
Never watched it.
It'll bring you back to a lot of the '80s references are good in there, and
it wasn't supposedly based in a small town in Indiana.
Yeah, Hawkins, man, it's right outside of Warsaw.
Yeah, but you're not. It's terrible, Bubba.
Here's the thing. It's all sci-fi, UFO.
It is
Blair
with kids.
Witch, I hate kids and I hate UFOs.
And it's actually confusing, too.
Yeah.
It's not confusing.
Oh, it's confusing.
What was confusing about it to you?
The other side, the other world with Winona Ryder.
Upside down.
Where there's ghosts or through portals.
Lummy, are you watching any shows right now that I need to be watching?
No, I'm just
are you still upset from my?
No,
I should be able to redirect you. My whole career has been built upon redirecting employees, sometimes getting a little heat. That's just the way we do it.
I know. I'm not really.
I'm like the skipper of the ball team. I'm the skipper of the team. If Brian.
Happy opening day, by the way, skipper of the team.
If Brian, what didn't run one out of an in-based, a possible in-base hit, and he was like B.J. Upton when he would go half speed. Remember when Joe Madden would actually pull B.J. Upton because he would trot down there?
Yeah, I got Bubba Leland trying to correct me up there.
But I'm not.
I'm more like Bubba Martin, Billy Martin.
I don't know, Jim Leland. You're kind of like Jim Leland. He was he
burned heaters in the dugout.
Yeah, he did. He burned heaters.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, but you would have if you were a baseball coach.
No, I don't. I've never been.
He'd be sipping the lean in the 7th inning stretch.
Now listen, I could be. I could be doing that. I've
Zimmer
never.
more.
You know what? I'm gonna probably look like the biggest nerd ever, especially the persona that I try to, played all my life. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life.
How does that make you a nerd?
I find them nasty. And my parents smoked when I was growing up, so I had to endure all that. My parents would leave the windows up and smoke when we were going into town. I bet you when I was at school, I smelled like cigarettes.
Well, good news. Next week's game is guess the cigarette brand. You each have to take a drag and tell me what you think you're smoking. It's called Guess What's in My Mouth Cigarette Edition.
Am I the only one?
I've never touched a cigarette. I would never touch a cigarette.
So you're with me.
I call them idiot sticks.
Lummy, have you ever smoked a cigarette?
No.
Okay. Macho Man, have you ever smoked a cigarette?
Absolutely not.
And Seth?
Well, here's my one.
Oh boy, bad boy Seth.
97X cloves.
That's what I'm at. I hit a clove one time and I ended with Jaeger, and I ended up throwing up all night. It was like I was smoking potpourri. I hit it like a joint because I knew no other way, and I just didn't know if one hit of a clove is considered a cigarette. I'm hoping it's not for this, so I can be with the rest of you guys.
Nope, you're not with us.
I'm out.
Yeah, and not only, please, God, now I'm gonna get in trouble for getting heat with you, but I gotta say it like it is. It's kind of douchey. Like like somebody that's. People that smoke cloves,
dude. I don't smoke. I did it. This is
You're a douche.
I did it one time.
All I hear now when you talk is douche, douche, douche.
Would you stop reiterating that? I'm just saying. You smoked a clove at a 97X concert to be the cool kid, and you end up throwing up all night long.
It was I rented out a suite at the Clearwater Hilton, and I had all these people up there, and then it was.
You rented out a suite?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what a baller.
I know.
Hell yeah, my boy.
It was great. So anyway, yeah, but that's what happened, and it ended horribly. And then, I got kicked out of the room that night and everything. So because a guy threw a bottle of Jaeger off the roof, off the balcony.
It sounds like a hell of a party.
Yeah, sounds like something Brian get into at Vegas.
Well, I was in the hallway when that happened, so I think I missed the fun when security came up.
What were you doing in the hallway?
I was just having a heart to heart with my friend.
Oh.
She was a girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
heart to heart, having a heart to heart,
wiener to vagina is what you were trying to have.
No, she was just. I was
trying to give her the ween.
He totally. Why do you think he got a private suite and smoked cloves like a bad boy in front of her
to try to give her the ween?
I didn't give her the ween, but years later, I was able to dry hump her in my apartment.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
hold on. Who finds valor in dry humping? I would never admit to that I only dry humped a girl.
Dude, making out, dry humping, two of the greatest inventions ever made.
Ew.
Okay, man.
Ew.
I mean, making out's great.
You got to get what you can get, buddy.
Hold on, making out's great, but just dry humping with your big blue Steeler and no relief?
Well, I mean, there's relief. It just happens in the clothes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, guys, I have a washing machine, all right?
Well, I mean, I guess it would be much like, when I first got that corduroy rub job from Nikki Daugherty my senior year, and her dad Boots wanted to know why her hands were blue.
Yeah, you were 16. Seth was 16.
Yeah, Seth was 16. Actually,
when I was dry humping?
Actually, Seth was 25.
I was 23, yeah.
Hi, who's this? You're 813-90 Bubba. Go ahead.
She was 26, older babe.
Oh yeah.
A little more experience.
Yeah.
Your boss.
She knew how to dry hump like the best.
She should have taken that wiener right around the farm is what she should have.
Was she on air?
No, she wasn't in the biz.
Oh,
she was just a fan of people in the biz.
She was
a groupie story.
She was a mark.
She was
a Fisher and Boy mark. She got herself some boy.
Pump the brakes. She was Phoebe's bridesmaid. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's even hotter.
Yeah. Seth plowing through the bridesmaids.
Well, this was before I was with you.
Yeah, I know, but how many other of Phoebe's bridesmaids have you dry humped in the past? 3?
Boy, how you doing over there?
Good, thanks, Fash.
Hi, who's this? You're on the air. 813-90 Bubba.
Hey, morning, guys. It's Mike from Naples.
Hi, Mike. By the way, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at The Bubba Army. Also, if you're on our YouTube channel right now, which is at The Bubba Army, give us a the thumbs up deal. You know the deal. Don't let us down. I can't think, Don't know that you'd be keeping notes on this, and don't even know that you'd have these notes per se. But I can't think of the last. You should be able to tell me the last time we didn't hit 1,000. Like 1,000 thumbs up on YouTube is kind of expected now.
Yes, Jason Lindquist, $10 on the super chats.
Thank you. Lummy, do you have that date or you do not? And Lummy, don't be afraid to say I do not have it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, go ahead, sir. What do you got for me?
No, I was just wondering if you ever checked out the show Heels, being adjacent to the wrestling business. I was never, as a kid or an adult, a wrestling fan, and I thought the show was great. A lot of great actors.
I watched Heels. Everybody's like, oh, you got to see Heels. And listen, if you know anything about the business or you are part of the business, not that I was a big part of the business, but I was somewhat part of the business, it's a little redundant, or it kind of like tells you stuff that you already know. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you're like Brian watching Suits. But
so you didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it.
All right.
I mean, Heels are for marks. So,
Don't take this hard, man.
Don't take it hard, buddy. You don't know much about the business, and I do. And so, it was entertaining to you, and it was entertaining to you and stuff that I already knew.
I can't watch that when I already know that Undertaker ran the locker room.
All right, buddy. You are such a dick.
Yeah, you're a dick.
I told him yesterday,
but that was
Bubba.
good heat. That was good heat. That was good heat, bud. That was not cheap. That was very smart, intellectual, deep heat. I like that. Lummy, do you have a date?
February 26th.
February 26th was the last. So it's been a month and a day since we did not obtain 1,000 thumbs up on our YouTube feed.
Yes.
Lummy, great job, by the way, buddy.
Just checking real quick. That was a Wednesday. Tuttle, what was he
you started the whole trend, Brian.
You started the whole trend, Brian. So listen, yesterday... And by the way, I have to get my body cam. I think it's in my truck. I have to get my body cam to Macho Man because then he downloads it and sends it to Gary, and then Merch Crick uploaded what she was shooting on YouTube for Gary to go grab.
Gary grabbed that, so he's just waiting for your body cam.
All right, so Merch Crick, if you're here, can you go to my truck and get my body cam and get it down to Macho Man? Because and here's the thing, it's going to be able to show us how that body cam looks. I don't know, because I can't frame it. I just clipped it on my collar, and I don't know how much it's going to be usable or if the sound quality is great. But yesterday, Lummy and I went out and attempted to shave the goats.
Yes.
And so we bought these new. We first did this about 4 years ago?
Yeah, about that, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and we had these electric shears, and they were okay, but we decided to buy these rechargeable, better shears that were specifically made to shave animals, or groom animals, I should say. So we got these things. And Lummy, because we have let the goat's hair go for 4 years, almost like if you were homeless and you didn't cut your hair for 4 years, that's kind of how we've treated our goats. And has anybody seen? Baby looks like a chemo patient. Yeah. So Lummy gives me this 12 guard, and I start shaving Baby with it. Well, like every 2 or 3 strokes, it gets all clogged up with this hair. So I just took the guard, the 12 guard off, and just went straight, just straight shear.
Straight bald, pretty much.
No guard on it at all. So they're bald.
Creatine Travis, $100. Bob Army tips.
Oh my God! Thank you, creatine. Hopefully that Target job's going well.
So the Bubba the Groomer video will be up today?
Well, we don't know. It matters how fast Merch Crick can get the body cam to Macho Man, and Macho Man can get it uploaded, and Gary. And Lummy, I got to think it's a pretty... Gary, you can cut a whole bunch. You can cut it down to Lummy, as long as it's 8 minutes.
How long is it unedited?
Oh, probably an hour.
Oh, give me every minute of it.
Yeah, no, Gary was already playing around with it. He just needs to see the body cam.
All right. So here's the deal. So we take baby first. And baby, I start shaving it with the guard and it gets clogged up. So I take it off and I literally balded them. Like baby, you should, I wonder if you should go outside maybe and take a picture so we could show the people what baby looks like. Like we took all.
Well, why don't they have to watch the video to find out what baby looks like?
That's true.
Dude, you're giving it away.
But hold on, here's the deal. So these new shears that we have are rechargeable, like industrial strength rechargeable. So, I mean, it took what it would take us 45 minutes to get baby?
Yes.
And realistically, Lummy, if we were to do baby correctly, baby probably needs another 10 minutes of, shaping up.
Yes.
Because we missed some spots down by his penis and by his butthole. And, we missed. And I think we left their heads alone. We didn't shave we didn't shave their faces and we left their little billy goat thing underneath their chin, but we shaved baby all the way down as if he was a bald guy. Baby's basically bald.
Yes.
So I didn't know that I wasn't looking at the battery indicator on these rechargeable shears. So we start going to Hootie. Now, Hootie is genuinely wilder than baby.
Yes.
Baby was bottle fed by a bunch of white trash in Moon Lake. And Hootie was tied to a fence from a bunch of white trash in Hernando County. Baby was a coddled little, almost domesticated goat, and Hootie was a wild goat.
Baby was born addicted to meth, but
yeah, I'm sure they're both crackheads. So, Lummy, thank God for Lummy. He is just such a man's man, and he has to corral these goats up. And I was afraid, Lummy, when I was shaving Hootie's legs, I thought he was going to try to kick me in the face.
He definitely was.
He was trying to kick me in the face.
Like a horse.
So we got about 25% done on Hootie, and the shears ran out of juice.
Yeah.
So he looks literally like a chemo patient. He's all spotted. Like, shaved and not shaved and what have you. We're waiting for them to recharge. Should we finish that up now, not on camera? I think we got what we need on camera for the goat shaving experience, but I don't think we can leave Hootie like that. Can we?
No, probably not, but I mean, it's up to you.
No, it's up to you, and I can tell you're not really into me right now, so you probably don't want to spend another 30 minutes of holding a goat on a slick table while I even Hootie up. Hootie looks really weird.
Why don't you have the intern do it?
No,
honestly, I would love to.
Whoever does it, Lummy has to be there because they're only calm around Lummy. Yeah. Like these goats are, they would potentially hurt you by headbutting you or kicking you in the face if you tried to groom. First of all, I don't think a person could hold them down and groom them alone.
No.
So it takes Lummy to have them on a slick table where they can't get traction, and me shaving while Lummy, corrals them in. Now, Lummy, I know you're mad at me because the Trapper Keeper deal. If you want to not do it, you don't want to do it.
No, I'm not mad. I just have a doctor's appointment today, so I if we could do it maybe tomorrow.
Have you guys thought about starting a mobile goat grooming business?
Oh, I would never do that in a million years.
No, thanks, Brian.
There's a huge market for it.
Oh, my God. Hold on. Lummy did call. It's $100 a goat.
I mean, Jesus, Bubba, you could retire.
I don't know how many goats are out there looking for haircuts.
Yeah. And here's the deal, Lummy. Like, we should probably Google, should you shave your goat all the way down to the zero? Like,
It's probably a little late for that, Bubba. I mean, you already did it.
But, here's the deal. He's not going to get sunburned, and it's not the dead of summer. It's in it'll grow back quickly.
TheFarmingGuy.com says it's beneficial for both the goat and the goat owner. to shave them all the way down.
So we're right then.
Yes.
So, like, literally, Brian, you understand, if you go out and look at baby, you can see his skin. Like, we shaved it down to the skin. Like, literally to the skin.
I understand what you're saying.
And, Lummy, you're saying that when you Googled it,
yes,
creatine ain't no sponge like the one I got. Love you, creatine, Travis. Am I just now getting that, Lummy, or is that new money?
No, you shouted him out a while ago.
Yeah,
but is this new?
I think you're.
I'm behind.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, at least he got a double shout out.
Yes, he did.
Stop giving me crap about the Trapper Keeper.
So, Lummy, you're saying in your research that we did the right thing.
Yes.
I gotta think, because if you saw how much hair we got off baby, that he would be feeling so liberated, like you'd be running around.
What do we do with the fur? Are we making like sweaters or anything?
You could.
Oh yeah,
I'll make you a pillow.
Bubba Army goat hair sweaters.
Lummy, you should have seen what Lummy looked like. Oh my! I had to go home and take a shower.
That was bad.
I had goat hair everywhere, and Lummy, I'm like, Lummy, you want to go into, we have a shower downstairs. I said, did you bring any clothes? Won't you go take a shower? And Lummy's like, you had to go do something.
I had to go to the dump.
I just read here too, if you have an upper respiratory infection, you should definitely get as much pet dander into your respiratory system as possible.
I will tell you this, Brian, man.
That was not a good move, Bubba.
Baby did have like some dandruff.
Well, it's dander. I mean, they're going to have dry skin is going to get in. I mean, it's gross. It's gross. I hope you're wearing some sort of respiratory protection. Okay, good.
I breathed in that goat hair like a pimp.
In fact, I think it got rid of my cold. I'm doing better because of it.
But so, Lummy, here's the bottom line. As uncomfortable and pain in the ass as it is to hold these goats down, and Baby was far more... Baby's a little prick. Like, he's a little mean guy out there. But when it comes to, like, doing procedures, and, like, when Lummy holds him, he's very calm, and he'll let you do anything you want. Like, he was pretty calm when I was shaving him.
Yeah. He only got mad when Hootie started eating his ear.
Yeah, so then, yeah. So I'm shaving Baby, and Hootie comes up and starts eating Baby's ear. So when we got Hootie on the table, Hootie was not... Here's the difference. Baby's somewhat domesticated. Hootie's a wild goat. He's livestock. He comes from the wrong side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Baby was raised inside and bottle fed, and Hootie was put on a 2-foot chain and tied up all of his life. That's kind of the difference.
Yeah, but Hootie's more white trash than Baby.
Yeah. Baby is like from Wesley Chapel, and Hootie's like from Kenneth City. If that makes any sense.
It does.
So anyway, Lummy, thank you for... There's no way we could do it. Maybe Friday.
Yes.
We could, because I literally think... Do you have them on the Chargers?
Yeah, they're back with Macho Man right now.
Okay. I literally think that it would only take like another 15 or 20 minutes, and we don't even have to tape it.
Okay.
If you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, we can either... I can talk to
Now,
Gary.
did you go home and cry? Did you go home and cry, or did you did you already Google and knew that this was okay? That we were not hurting them? Because when we first did it to Baby, we both looked at each other. When we took the 12 guard off, when we went right down to no guard, like no guard, balding. We both looked at each other and was like, wow, this might not be good for them.
Yeah, no, I Googled it. I spent another 10 minutes with them after, and Baby has a different kind of swagger now.
It's always good to Google after you've done whatever it is that you're afraid you shouldn't be doing. That's the way I've always lived my life, and it's worked out great.
Do it.
Do it and then Google it to make sure. And then if you find something that says you didn't do it right, search it a different way until you find something that confirms what you did was the correct thing to do.
And then save that Google search to be able to cover your ass.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If you go down to page 3 of Google results, you'll find that what I did was exactly what I should have done.
Hopefully the guy that's trying to get a hold of me on the state of Florida will be able to see that I Google searched something and I'm good.
Well, you're going to have to list paperwork. They want the vet receipts for the goats, too. That's on there for your work comp stuff.
When we return, there's the Baltimore Orioles. Their Double-A affiliate are the Oyster Catchers. Okay, that's their team. just like, the Tampa Bay, like the Yankees single A organization based out of Tampa at George Steinbrenner Field, which will be where the Rays are playing all of their games. Which, Brian, at the end of the day, I think will be a better baseball game experience.
Oh, I think the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day, it doesn't matter what part of the day. It's going to be a better experience at the baseball park.
As long as it doesn't rain, it's going to be a better vibe. It really is.
Yeah, it's going to be more intimate.
It's going to be packed.
Oh, every game?
Every game's going to be packed because I think the capacity's what?
12, right around 12. Yeah, 11 and a half, 12.
11, 8, 12. Every game's going to be packed. And, so anyway, the Tampa, the Yankees organization here called the Tampa Tarpons. Well, the Baltimore Orioles, one of their AA affiliates, are called the Oyster Catchers, and they were coming up with a new logo. And the woman in this, Seth, I think it was a woman in the PR marketing department that came up with the logo.
I don't think she came up with it, but she did not. It said the team ownership's woman chief marketing officer admitted she never saw that it looked like a
vagina
part of the female anatomy.
It looks just like...
Which a woman should catch it, right, over anybody, or is it just a man thing?
It said the most viral logo of the year comes from an Orioles AA affiliate. Why? The team ownership's woman chief marketing officer admitted that she never saw that it looked like part of a woman's anatomy. If you look at it, it's an Oriole that's perched upon a baseball bat. It says the Oyster Catchers, and then there's a baseball mitt that looks like there's an oyster in the middle, and the pearl part or the meat part of the oyster is a baseball. Now, if you look at it,
is it on you? Is it showing on the screen right now?
I have it on my screen.
Okay.
I don't know if Macho Man's running around 1,000,000 miles an hour. He can't get it up.
Oh, it's up. There you go.
Okay. But like, if any man looks at that, you see a vagina, you see a labia with a clitoris. You do.
If this is a Rorschach, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, all of us usually don't agree on much, but if I do see the baseball mitt, but I see a larger vagina, maybe a woman who's had a few kids or got around a little bit.
With China's clitoris.
With literally the former wrestler who overdosed China with her baseball-like clitoris, surrounded by large labia. And make sure that everybody that wants to get me in trouble understand that I used all medical terms in a non-sexual way. A woman that's got around with a China-like clitoris and large labia. Oh, and there's a baseball mitt involved too. You know what? I'm going to do. I'm going to get one of these T-shirts.
Perfect.
Now, are they going to stick with?
It hasn't been approved yet.
They're changing their team name to the Minneapolis Muff Mitts.
MLB has to approve it.
Where's my? The Muff Mitts.
Muff Mitts.
If this does get approved, can you try to track me down a shirt?
Yeah.
I'd love to have
the Chesapeake Bay Sox.
Bubba, are we perverts and looking for something that's really not there? Did somebody make this by accident?
We're pervs.
Is it possible someone made this with innocent intentions?
I think if you would show any man, Seth, you take 100 men, I think that the larger person, whether they're Christian-going men, whether they're nightclub-going men, whether they're sports-going men, you just took 100 men over the ages of 18 and you said, well, if you look at this catchers, what does this look like? I think over 50% would say it looks like a kind of a used, worn-out vagina.
Okay.
Every one of us did.
Well, it was just because it was shown to me as a vagina. If I just saw the logo and didn't see the story attached to it, I might not think anything of it.
Well, I just saw the logo and didn't see the story, and I immediately thought of it. So.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Would you be interested in the latest technology, muff mitts?
Muffin.
Where you're exploring the intimate places of a woman. All right. Oh, God! Rub me, tug me, say that you love me. Fool me, fool me.
Go on and fool me.
I might.
Let me. Is there a news story on the hop too, or is it just reading?
I think it's just reading. Seth said that he found that one.
Okay.
I'll try to see if I can find any
All right.
news stories on it.
If there is one, I don't think there is.
Q. Greetings and Travis. Good morning. I don't know. But have you seen the latest on Brian Knobs that he might lose his foot?
Yeah.
Yes, he does, Bubba Twitcher.
Did Linda Hogan pull this down?
Oh no.
I wanna hold them like they do.
Can you send it to me again? Oh my God! Somebody had to have kept it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it if it got clipped if she did.
Before you open up your eyes.
Because this is the clip right here.
Russian roulette is not the same without a gun.
See if you can go back to her
He
wiki.
sent that
Anytime you
for
search
me to give you a week ago when we were talking.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
We were talking UFC.
I didn't know he ever had a UFC card made.
Yeah. I went to.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, that was Wheeze.
Which one is it?
Really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wheeze.
If you scroll, I
Shit,
would just
look
scroll
at the
down.
Wheeze.
I've actually had it for about 2 months, but I remember today.
She took it down.
It's the thought that counts.
Son of a
You got, maybe you give me your Ben Simmons out of 200. I mean, maybe it's worth we call it even Steven then.
I got Ben Simmons out of 20, Ben Simmons out of 50, Ben Simmons out of 100.
How much did you pay for the Nets?
Can we ask the Bubba Army to find? We've got to find it.
Yes.
The Nets were everybody. The Hawks were missing whatever rookie they have.
Oh,
and I don't know if he sold.
Ricochet, the first pick. Yeah.
And I don't know if he
Put maybe
sold
Google
Trey
Linda
Young
Hogan.
separately or not. But I don't know if he did or didn't.
That's not. You can't sell.
I don't think he did.
You can't take the rookie and Trey Young off the Hawks and expect much because the Nets don't have anybody.
Well, he was only asking 155. I mean, it was a $76 break.
155 for the both?
155 no, I got both for 200.
Both for okay.
He wanted 155 for the Hawks and 100 for the Nets, which were already markedly discounted from where they originally priced them.
But you said the Magic were 3.
So I got the Magic and Paolo but I didn't realize he had Tristan da Silva broken off. So what I don't think I'm going to get too hurt with what I'm ultimately going to get because of the prices I paid. Donovan Clingan he had listed for $650.
I got it.
You got it?
I mean, when you look at those prices and what I paid in total for mine, I
don't lose it, okay?
I may have done the best out of the break unless he hit a 1 out of 1.
and maybe intertwine that with all the times Hogan called and talked about Charlie being at the house and
TJD on Golden State or
accusations.
Caldwell Pope.
Yeah.
No, it's not Caldwell Pope. It's a younger guy, Maxwell Pope or hold on. I got an auto of him out of 49. I got the Pods out of 20. Pods out of 50. Ben Simmons 2050. That's just what I saw. But
Well, I'm going to do a power screens. I need a...
Odds actually wasn't scoring there against the Heat.
He's doing all right. I mean, it's a second-year card.
Well, he was pretty hyped up, and they wanted him to be...
I know I got some Buddy Hields.
Okay.
Quinton Post.
Oh, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
That's good.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I just can't say thank you enough in just how much of a difference it's going to make in the quality of my racing surface at Ocala Speedway. And all because of my good friends at Power Screen, Florida, based out of Lakeland. You know, Lummy, when they came there, they dropped it off on Thursday. They set it all up. Then both of the guys came, make sure that it was running correctly, show Buck and One-Eyed Billy how to make certain adjustments on it and stuff like that. And material that I thought I would never ever be able to use for the track was quickly screened, de-rocked, and put into 3 different separate piles.
That's awesome.
And I thank God I established a relationship with these guys, because I think I could do this a couple times a year and always have just like the best material ever. Whether you're throwing in big rocks, I'm playing some of the video right now. Whether you throw in just regular material and it sorts it out 3, 4, 5 different ways. I think I have maybe the Warrior 600, but I just can't thank Power Screen Florida enough. And if you have this type of application where you be clearing some land, and again, see, you can throw logs in there.
What I'm amazed by, Bubba, is your ability to turn material into your track into material for the air. Like, who else in radio could do that?
God, I know. Thank you so very much. But my Lord, I wish I would have known about Power Screen Florida 12 years ago when I bought this track with Tom Bean, because, I mean, we would have had 85% less of the rock problem that we have. Our material would have been that much better for that much longer. We've been able to stockpile material.
Did you have to bring in material?
No,
I'm saying it before
before. Well, with the old owners and stuff like that, they didn't know that we have a huge clay honey hole. We have the most unbelievable clay is hard to find. Clay is an overburden in most construction applications, unless you're lining ponds or something like that. Clay is not a desirable material to work with. Topsoil and lime rock and things like that is what people prefer. But racetracks need clay because it can retain moisture and you can water it and it doesn't dry out, or you can cause it to dry out, not as quickly as regular dirt. So the other owners of the track over the years, the track's been open since 1952, they didn't know. One day me and Billy were out back digging, but tell me that didn't sound like pure white trash. One day, man, me and Billy had us an excavator, had us like a 349, and we were out digging in the back, and I found this clay vein, and Billy says we got unlimited. This vein is so large that we have unlimited supply of clay on our property. Volusia just had to take all their clay off. They went and put new clay on their track, and it sucked. And their February Winter Nationals was horrible, and they had to go to this old cabbage farm and go get all new material and truck it in. It was the material was 14 miles away from the track. Do you know how much that costs to truck? Especially their track's a half mile. Mine's only 3/8, and my beautiful material is right on property. I just need One-Eyed Billy and Buck and Power Screen of Florida, along with the Synergy equipment kicker, and I'm ready to go, buddy.
The best day to call Power Screen in Florida was 12 years ago. The second best day, today. Don't miss your opportunity to harvest your material. Call 800 Power Screen.
Look at you.
I don't know what the number is.
No, it's
but
800-969-7153. Go to powerscreenfla.com. If you would have some type of... A lot of you guys out there don't even know you need one of these until you need one of these. I cannot thank the guys enough for what they did for us. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've got a very large throbbing clay vein in my backyard.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to separate it out?
Oh, man.
Into 3 different gimmicks?
It's like bulging out of the ground.
When did you discover it? When you were digging up the material for the...
When I was digging up the material for the show, yeah.
So, Lummy, somebody sent this to us. And I'm gonna get it to Gary because Hogan...
Is this real, man?
Gary downloaded it and we got it last night. Yeah, Gary already downloaded the video now. So
was it Ash Wednesday and I missed it? What's going on her chin there? Those are bruises from injections from filler, right?
Yeah,
those are filler bruise injection spots, I think.
Probably. But here's the deal, man. When Linda and Hogan were going through their divorce, Hogan called the show every day, multiple times, and would do nothing but bitch about how he drove. I just want to let you know, brother, drove by Willowdale. He lived on Willowdale, the big property. And when they were divorcing, yes, ladies and gentlemen, in order for me to keep my silky smooth voice, as I have a upper respiratory infection, I do have a cough drop in my mouth, and occasionally it creates a little saliva, which makes me have to move my cough drop, and you may get this sound. You may get a cough drop or two sound. Please work with me. I'm trying to do my best.
I'm half his listening to it. ASMR or whatever it is.
So when they lived in Willowdale, the big house, and Hogan had to vacate the house. You know, Brian, you know a little bit about family law. When you're going through a divorce, usually the man has to vacate the house while the divorce is going on, or like when Heather and I got divorced, it was in the prenup that I had to vacate for 30 days while she moved out. That's not uncommon. And so while Hogan was vacated out of the house when they were going through the divorce, Linda rolls up her 20-year-old boyfriend, Charlie, and Hogan goes, Hogan's kind of semi-stalking, and he's sitting outside the house, and here comes Charlie, and the gates open up, and Charlie is riding Hogan's chopper, and Hogan's like, what?
I almost went full juice on him, brother.
Yeah, brother. I can see. Remember, Lummy, one of the biggest, I don't know that we made a big a deal about it, but remember when Hogan got on our show and said he could understand why OJ did what he did?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I can see where a guy can really lose it.
Yeah, we have it on our YouTube.
Yeah. So,
but what is this, Bubba? I know the Hogan.
I don't know.
What are we looking at, and what happened?
We're fixing to get through it.
I'm troubled.
Hey, listen, man. In order to get to any story, we have to go down memory lane first. That's the most direct route.
Well, here's more. Remember, I sent you the Hogan clip with O.J. Simpson. It's a short. We made a short out of it.
Did you make it a?
It's everywhere. I mean, we did it 11 months ago, but we can refresh it.
Good job, show historian.
Hey, thanks, Dick.
Brian.
What?
Every radio personality in America is talking about Linda having a meltdown. No other radio personality has a backstory to everything Hogan.
I'm not faulting you, babe.
I'm just saying.
You keep doing you, Fweet.
Thank you. Clay said it was short.
It's on our shorts. Yeah.
It says 26 minutes.
Do you think that
they didn't have a category for longs?
You think what, Sethy?
It's 38. Sorry.
You sent me the wrong one?
No, I sent you the same one. It's shorts. It says shorts on the clip, too.
Do you think Charlie and Hogan did an Eiffel Tower with Linda to maybe, to formulate a bond since they were going to be so close?
No.
No way, brother. I tagged him in, and I stepped out of the ring forever. Laid my boots down, said, that mess is all yours, brother.
Here we go. Let me get this over here. Oh, damn it. Here we go.
I understand people, like when the hockey talk man gets mad at you, Bubba, or when Vince McMahon was mad at me, or Vince McMahon went on the court step after the federal trial and said he was mad that I lied or whatever it was when my testimony gets. I understand people. I understand agendas. And the whole thing was, when I said I understand OJ, that means I totally get it. The guy's depressed, the guy's negative, the guy's hateful, the guy's vengeful, the guy's dangerous. I totally understand that. But then I tag it always with, but I don't condone it. And, no matter what anybody says, that's what I always said. And I've used that OJ line probably 20 or 30 times talking to people just to make everybody realize that that's not what I'm all about. When I say I understand OJ, I understand
it. I just don't condone it. That's a very bold stance of him to take, that he doesn't condone double homicide. Brave of you, Hulkster. Brave of you.
So, Lummy, we're going to make a video later today of all the times that Hogan called in bitching about Linda. Charlie living there, driving his jet skis, eating his protein shakes, lifting. I mean, listen, you'd be like, I'm telling you right now, brother, Charlie's on my jet skis, he's lifting on my weights.
If he gets into my test, I'm really going to lose it.
Yeah, I don't know about every time, but yeah, we're working on it.
Gary's going to do his best.
Yes.
So, Linda yesterday had a meltdown on Facebook. And here it is for those.
Is this AI?
Oh no, she scrambled. It was on her. She posted on her Facebook.
No, this is not AI. And boy, let me tell you something.
I think there's beauty in all people, but this is not to
get too far down memory lane, but
it's not a good shot either.
Me and Hogan were, and when I wasn't dating Heather, and I wasn't with Ty.
You hit it?
No,
he did.
It's not you guys.
He did.
I can't do a show because you guys just you take over and you wanted to make it yours.
It's more of a run-in,
Oh.
during your match.
Just trying to add some humor.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say? So you're not with Heather.
I'm not. I wasn't with Jenna, Tyler's mom. I wasn't with Heather. There was like that 2-year span where literally I get off 98 Rock at 5 till 10. I would be at Hogan's house at 10:30, and I would literally be there all day. And then I would go to dinner. She never cooked at home. They always went out. They went out to dinner every night.
Hogan Knows Best was a lie? They showed her cooking all the time at home.
Yeah, well, that's reality. And so I would see her at her drunkest moments. She loved red wine, and she would become so mean. And as a matter of fact, Brian, I think you might have a copy, or Regina's office may have a copy of when Linda and Terry were going through their divorce, and I was called as a witness, and they videotaped my deposition.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything that my firm may have that might be attorney-client privileged.
Well, it would be attorney-client privileged with me, too. True or false?
Oh, I'm not. You can say whatever you want. Well, I'm just not going to sit here.
I'll tell you this, that I was scheduled for 4 hours to be... Linda's attorney wanted to grill me and thought that I had all this information, and what was scheduled to be 4 hours lasted 42 minutes, and they said, because I was just lighting her up. I mean, lighting her up.
Is this video?
We got I think a portion of the video is used in the documentary.
Is this video that's on your screen? Is this Linda announcing she's going to be on Golden Bachelorette this season?
That would be, you know what? That would be a score.
That would be a good get.
Because I will tell you this, she gets very, very volatile and physical when she gets drunk. I've seen Hogan have to restrain her from her trying to kick Brooke's ass. I've seen her call Brooke a C word. I've seen. I mean, she gets drunk, and like it would take. And she was, she's not fat, but she was a big woman. She was 5'10", probably 150, and she wore it well. But Hogan would be like, damn, brother, it's everything I have to keep. And Hogan would call her sexy thick. That's what you'd call her, sexy thick. That was her nickname behind her back, was sexy thick. He goes, man, you wouldn't believe how much sexy thick put it on me last night. Like, I guess she was good in bed, too. So anyway, without further ado, I've teased and teased and teased enough. You've seen it on my screen now. Here is, Lummy, supposedly this is from Facebook last night, and we don't know what it's about.
No, yeah, she posted it on her feed.
On her Facebook feed. Now,
yes.
Mind you, we're going to take this, what she posted, and make our own video of when Hogan used to call in and bitch about her. I don't know what this is about. Let's watch it.
Your face out there and know that.
To me, I think, Lummy, it was labeled how Hulk Hogan abused her.
Yeah, how he treated her.
Here we go. Linda Hogan. This was 8 hours ago. So what's that make it? 1 o'clock in the morning, Brian? No, 11 o'clock at night.
Sure.
Linda Hogan having a meltdown on how Hulk Hogan treated her. Okay.
Your face out there and know that all these horrible things are going on behind the scenes. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo!
Hey, Brian, maybe we should have her on the air.
Well, we reached out to her before.
But she wasn't under these conditions.
Exactly.
See, she gets so mad. She gets so mad when Hogan starts doing good. But it's my understanding, Brian, and I think that you potentially might have a little information, that she, as part of their divorce agreement, got 40% of his earnings for the rest of his life.
So I saw a news story about that, where it said that it said that she got 40% of the Gawker settlement, or that she was entitled to 40% of the Gawker settlement. I saw that on a Fox Business article.
And she was in. So I saw on an article the same thing, Brian, but that it further went on down, and he has gotten settlements from Cox. He got a Cox settlement. He sued several different orthopedic organizations for faulty back surgeries. Terry, in my opinion, he's a very litigious person. I mean, he will sue the hell out of you. And it's my understanding that she gets 40% of everything for all perpetuity. So, like, wouldn't you be, like, Brian,
excited that he's still out there? Well, she's hating him.
If his beer is out there killing it, and you're getting 40 points for, and listen, he's the one that has to go into bum F Ohio and stand in line for 2 hours and, do autographs and promote this beer, and you're sitting in Sarasota getting 40 points on the dollar, bitch. I would be going. I hope you outsell Miller Lite.
Yeah, real American beer.
Yeah, I'd have a real American beer T-shirt on right now.
It's a good face right there.
Let's see what she has to say.
He marches on like, yeah, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right? Not. Okay, I'm going to give him my thumbs down. I've given him more opportunities to come back and make us a family, and...
Oh, why would he?
A family? The kids are at home?
Yeah. By the way, your daughter doesn't speak to her. I don't know that... I think Nick has a relationship with her, but I don't think Brooke does, because she was so mean. I watched it firsthand. She was so mean to Brooke.
Well, Nick needs somebody to come bail him out in case his dad's out of town.
Exactly.
And try to, I'm sorry, it's so sad.
She's got her cocker. She's got her cocker too in the back.
20 years and I'm still this sad. Somebody please explain that.
I would say this is the saddest you've been.
And here's the deal.
Sad is the right word.
She looks so bad. I mean,
you'd hit it. Don't lie, Bubba.
Listen to me. Back in the day, I would have. It was like, tit for tat. You get my wife, you can have mine. So we swap.
More like tit for tit.
Well, whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, I think we would all agree that when we're at our most hysterical, that we probably don't look our best. Like when you're at your all-time most hysterical and you're crying, and maybe your double chin showing because you're just
and you got bruises from your filler.
You got bruises from your
no
filler.
No makeup on,
and you just and you're 70,
hair pulled back and up like Yokozuna.
Let me. Hey Alexa, how old is Linda Hogan?
Linda Hogan is 77 years old and was born on July 16, 1947.
She looks good for 77. That changes things.
I got 65.
Yeah, she's 65.
Why are you lying, Alexa?
Yeah, Alexa, you're a real You need recalculated.
It just doesn't get better. I do love living alone. I don't ever want to be married again after him. Trust me.
But I want you back.
But
hold on. I don't want to ever be married again after living with him, but my rebound relationship after him was a 19-year-old surfer dude that rented out jet skis on Clearwater Beach that was a year younger than my daughter and a year older. That was actually, while Brooke was in 5th grade, Charlie was in 4th, and Nick was in 3rd.
Don't hate the player.
But, I love my animals, and
how about Bubba? You like Bubba?
So let me entertainment at lindahogan.com to get her booked for the show.
Oh, okay.
My lawyers were in cahoots with his lawyers. They had everything set up where they were cashing in on me. Yeah. Half of my settlement went to lawyers and back into the lawyer pot.
Well, that's because you used churnable lawyers.
Yep.
I mean, Brian, you're a lawyer, and if you're, if you're being, the game.
Well, her lawyer is notorious as a litigator.
Yeah,
Ray Raffoul.
Ray Raffoul. I have dealt with him. That was Heather's attorney, so I can speak firsthand knowledge that Ray Raffoul can take a 2-hour ordeal and make it a 2-week ordeal. I'm just saying. And 2 weeks costs way more than 2 hours.
And I ended up with hardly anything. I worked for 25 years for free, basically.
What did you do?
She managed Hogan, man.
Yeah. She managed.
Do you know how hard it is to keep track of what time he got injected last?
Do you know how hard it is to be such a bitch that you want to go to work? That's how she managed him. Brother, I got to get out of here. I got to get back on the road. It's way more peaceful than here. I got to get out of here. She's driving me crazy. Last night, she blamed the dog pooping on the rug on me, brother. And she threw a vase and went crazy. So when you come in this morning, come in through the back because she's full hot. Yeah, he would want to listen. Most wrestlers would bitch about how many days on the road they had to go. Hogan wanted to go on the road because it was better than home life.
I don't think we're getting her as a guest.
And then the settlement that Terry got.
Hold on for the Gawker gimmick.
For fucking another friend's wife.
Hey, your friend.
Hey,
you're a friend again.
At least I'm top of mind. Let's see what she says about this.
Behind my back. Yeah, he got $30 million for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How does that make you feel, right?
Well, after it was all said and done, Linda, rumor has it that he got about, after Peter Thiel was paid for and the fees, that he got about 9. I'm just talking 9.
And she got how much of that?
Well, I would think that the 9 would have been inclusive to taking her portion off, but she was rumor has it that there's documentation that states during their divorce that she was entitled to 40% of his earnings for life. Now, Brian, I don't know if a lawsuit is considered an earning or not. Might be.
Yeah, I think that's what this Fox News story is saying, is that she actually won a case. Like I'm reading this
that she won. That she got the favorable ruling that stood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really just not about the money, though. is that I've given him the opportunity to try to make things right with my daughter and try to make things right with my son and help him. But yet he's just like...
Hold on. Nick's managing Hogan's Beach Bar, and Brooke just had twins and wants nothing to do with either one of you, as the way I understand it.
Here's a little bone. Here's this little chip. Here's a little something for you. He treats everybody like they're his ex-wife. Here's a little cookie for you. Here's a little cookie for you.
Hey,
like,
Linda.
I want a cookie. I want one of those Hulk Hogan cookies.
I want a cookie. I didn't get a. Hold
tastes
on.
so good.
I made him the most money. I made him the most money, and I didn't get no cookies.
Like, we mean nothing to him. I meant nothing to him, even though I earned a $20 million empire with him by I don't know what the fuck we got divorced, 2007, whatever, 2007.
2007.
2007.
The way everybody says it.
We had like a $25 million empire. And when I met him, he was in a fucking piece of shit car, living in Minnesota with a roommate. He had no money. Okay, yeah, he was in the Rocky movie. Who knew where that would go? Who knew? But, yeah.
That went pretty good for him.
We hooked up before that, and then all of a sudden, it just ignited, right? So it wasn't after that, it was before that. But
I digress.
If I'm her handlers, I tell her to get that down. Don't you, Brian? I mean,
it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Anybody crying into the camera and posting it on social media is, in my opinion, a pathetic loser and needs to get a grip and is starved for attention.
Especially
deeply flawed emotionally.
I mean, I think conservatively, you could say that from the Cox settlement, the Gawker settlement, and all the, I would say conservatively, she made, by the way, when they divorced, she got $20 million. And he got the house and some other stuff. And she got $20 million and 40% of his future earnings. She blew through the 20. She went out in L.A. and went out and lived in northern L.A. and had to live like on this really French chateau winery. She bought like a $9 or $10 million home. She blew through her $20 million that she was awarded from the divorce. And then I think from the Gawker deal and the Cox lawsuit and other lawsuits, I think that she got around another, $7 to $15 million.
I just bought you a pack of Real American cookies, Bubba, by the way.
Thank you. Because all exes and everybody that was formerly part of his life she just throws you a little bit of a cookie. Except for me, I'm the only guy who didn't get a cookie.
They only come in vanilla, though. He won't allow chocolate versions of his cookie to be made.
Tracy Wolfson spoke with UConn head coach Dan Hurley moments ago.
Speaking of emotional...
Coach, I could see the emotions on your face. I know this was a difficult one. You guys had them. You fought so hard.
They choked, did they not?
Oh, they totally choked.
God, they choked. That's what he's crying about, the choke.
Hard. Mucked it up. You said you made it a Big East game.
Yeah.
What happened down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, they showed their quality. I mean, I thought we played with tremendous honor. I thought we played with the heart of a championship program and a program that's gone back to back. And for a team to end, what we really wanted to do, they were going to have to put us down, and
they did.
Like rabid dogs,
they put us
the
down.
Huskies were put down.
Like we had rabies.
Obviously a worthy opponent like that, there's honor. And
by the way, this is Dan Hurley. He's the UConn coach. It's his first loss in the last 14 NCAA tournament games. Like, he's arguably has one of the hottest programs.
You don't get to see it, but after this clip, Tracy Wolfson pulls his hair because he was crying.
Right.
And the way we went out.
You mentioned that
his ponytail,
tournament streak, what you guys have been able to do. What did you tell your team in there?
Hey, all good things come to an end, man.
Just love them. I mean, just love them.
I just love them, as half of them are in the portal.
This year has been a real battle. We've battled, and we've had to battle and
Me and Lummy had a battle today, didn't we, Lummy?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
at times, I don't think we liked each other a whole lot. But
See, Lummy, even NCAA basketball teams, successful ones, have inner struggles like we do.
Yes.
Yes, everybody. I mean, Brian, do you guys have inner struggles over at Hunter Law?
We deal with our share of personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things
when Regina wants a new pair of shoes and Tom tells her no.
Oh, please, Regina.
We had to go through together, but
Tom doesn't even have a say-so in it.
No.
Tom doesn't even know. She's got her own shoe collection at the office.
I don't think I'll ever love a team more than how hard they fought for what we were trying to accomplish and for the honor they played with today.
How many teams are we down to the 16 yet?
Yeah, it's 16.
Sweet 16,
starts
Bubba.
tonight.
Sweet 16. Do you have those teams?
Duke, Arizona. Oh, you want just the names of the teams?
Yeah, I want to go. I'm going to go through the bracket.
Duke, Arizona, Houston is playing. You got.
Hold on. Does Sweet 16 start tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
So they start it tonight to whittle it down to 8 by the weekend.
I sent you the bracket so we can. Yeah.
Perfect. Let me go into words. We'll go through the bracket next, and then we got to get into is Hawk TUAH. Are we finally free of her?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never been a prisoner of Hawk TUAH.
No, I know, but I mean, have we turned? Is she over? Is she canceled? Is she over? Do we have to deal with her? Is Hawk TUAH still a thing?
Just waiting for the OnlyFans.
That would be the next move.
I mean, it's the natural progression.
Used to be porn was, women would always have porn. Well, now they can, I guess they've refined porn into, you don't have to go to some rental house on the beach and have sex with Lexington Steele. You can just twiddle yourself on camera in your own bedroom.
So easy now.
It is so easy. If I was a hot chick and didn't really care about what my family thought about me and you could kick it out. I mean, you know how much some of these OnlyFans chicks are making?
Millions.
Brandy Love, the MILF we had in here, has a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, and a Bugatti or something.
I guarantee you, Bubba, if you started an OnlyFans where you fapped it, whacked off or whatever.
With myself?
Yeah, people would pay for that.
No, they would not.
I guarantee you make a few $100,000.
I'd be getting legal letters.
I think initially, yeah. I think that first month would be good for you. I don't know that you'd have many re-ups.
I'm fat. I'm repulsive.
There's some people that are into that, man.
And my wiener is nothing and that's spectacular. If
they say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah. Give me the Sweet 16. We'll go through them next. We'll scratch on the Hawk 2 too. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
He may have explosive diarrhea.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's always a possibility. You never know. I always give somebody the benefit of the doubt and just assume they have explosive diarrhea.
Instead of being mad at us?
Yeah. Just I'm like, oh, he's probably having a bad day. He probably shit himself. Make me upset too. I was sitting in my own feces. Oh boy, Twink Martindale coming up later, guys. We got a game for you today. Prescription drug, Pokemon, or made up gibberish. The contestants today will have to choose what the word they're hearing is. Is it a Pokemon? Is it a prescription drug? Or is it made up gibberish? Thank you to Waltzy or whoever it was that sent me this autographed Hector Lombard card. For those that don't recall, I managed him when he was in the UFC.
Hey, Brian, have you been to a Rays spring training game at Tarpons?
No, they didn't. Other than playing the Yankees, they still did their spring training down in Port Charlotte.
Oh.
But the stadium's all stickered up. They've got it, they converted it. It's now all Rays stuff on it. And it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a good time.
Do they stay long term or are they gone?
I think Major League Baseball is going to try and force them to stay long term. They don't want, so they want to expand. They want to add 2 more teams. They don't want existing teams to go into those markets and take them up. They're already unhappy about Oakland going to Vegas. The owners aren't thrilled about that because that was a potential market that they could tap into. So now, I mean, Nashville, Charlotte, and potentially San Antonio and Portland are really the only viable markets that are left. I guess Montreal could enter the mix.
With
again.
probably Nashville and Charlotte being 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think Nashville's clearly number 1. They have a group together. They've put out like what their logo would look like already if they got a team. What's up, Permagrom? Oh yeah, get us to 1,000 likes, guys. We're just around 200 away. It's not hard. You just click the thumb. Not asking for the whole fist, just the thumb.
Let me send me that power screen.
Okay, Bubba. He's not in here, sir. It's just you and me holding this fort up, barely. My back's only so strong. Come in here and carry the show for 4 hours on a Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Gary Cantrell in the house. Shouldn't you be editing video, sir? We need that Linda Hogan, Hulk Hogan mashup ASAP as possible.
Brian, what is this I got from the state?
They want to confirm whether or not you have work comp insurance and the appropriate amount.
I only got 5 workers.
Well, that's why they want your payroll records to determine how many employees you had.
Thank you, sir.
Seth, you all right?
Yeah.
Seth, are you okay?
What just disturbed you?
I just took a back seat when I was annoying you with my comments.
What were you annoying me with your comment?
I don't know. You said you can't do a show when we're talking.
Oh God, it's hard telling what the fuck that was about.
Sorry, it's a sippy. You know I love you, Muffy. I think so, Nick the Gun Guy. I think that'd be a great get.
But I did reach out to her like a year ago. I got the same response I did from Austin.
Yeah. No. Hey, at least you got a response. No, thank you. Okay. Well, I would reach out again and see if she wanted to come on.
Now that she's in, I know what her will or when she's hammered. I just look at when she goes.
11 p.m. You got to get her before she gets to that point. So I've reached out to her around 10 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m. at night.
Where she's
glass of wine number 4.
Where she wants to start talking to someone.
Yeah.
And she can be like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can be here talking.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy sent me the Sweet 16. So that's been determined from what, Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday,
No,
Wednesday?
it was last week.
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
This past weekend.
The greatest weekend in sport.
They give them like 4 or 5 days.
You get 4 days. You play one game, then you have a day off, then you play another game, and that's it.
So
two games in 3 days.
This will be what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So to get down to the final 4.
So it starts tonight.
Yes, sir.
And the Sweet 16 are, and these are, rank, I guess, seedings as well. Number 1 seeded Auburn taking on number 5 Michigan.
Yeah, Auburn's going to win that.
Number 6 Ole Miss against 2 Michigan State.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Michigan State pulls that off, but I think that'll be a close
It's
one.
going to be close. Ole
Yeah.
Miss will-
When's the last time that, Lansing and where's Michigan State? Lansing, Ann Arbor. When's the last time those 2 teams were, this highly ranked and this good? I can't tell. I mean, usually one's good and the other one's decent.
Yeah, I don't know. Because when the Fab Four were around, the Fab Five, they were Michigan State wasn't good then. That was like the pre-Izzo heydays.
Florida, Maryland, Florida number 1 from the SEC, correct?
Yes.
Is it the Terrapins?
Terrapins, yes.
Are they
the Fighting Turtles?
Are they good?
They're pretty decent. They've got a freshman.
They got Florida 6.5.
Yeah, it'll be a close game, and I think it'll be closer because UConn kind of laid the framework on how to slow Florida's offense down.
Make them shoot free throws.
Yeah, make them go to the free throw line and try and win it there. They were abysmal in the second half.
Texas Tech and Arkansas, Duke, Arizona, BYU, Alabama, Houston, Purdue. Kentucky, Tennessee. Ooh, that's a rivalry.
Yeah, that's potentially the best game of the weekend.
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So who do you got coming? So this will determine the Sweet Eight. What did they call it?
The Elite Eight.
The Elite Eight.
This is the Sweet 16. We're going down to the Elite Eight.
So it's 64, 32. Then it goes to Sweet 16. Then Elite Eight. Then Final Four. And then the championship. You got Auburn, Michigan. You got Auburn. So you got Auburn taking on Michigan State. Is what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a toss-up, though, because Ole Miss is good.
Yeah, Ole Miss is good, but I definitely have Auburn, and it's a toss-up between Michigan. I'm going to give the edge to Michigan State, but it'll be a close one.
Florida, Texas Tech. Who wins that one?
Florida versus Tech. Well, Arkansas may not lose that game.
Yeah,
They're healthier.
well.
They've got Calipari. They've got a lot of talent. That's going to be a doozy as well. But I do have Florida winning over Maryland.
Now they don't play any of the. They play the Sweet 16 games this weekend, but the Elite Eight. What is that?
They're Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, they
so
are.
So Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday is Sweet 16. Saturday, Sunday is
So we'll
Elite
have
8.
by Monday when we start the show. Will we have the Final Four?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And so let me just cut it. Let me just strip it right on down and get right to the chase. What do you think the Final Four is going to be?
I think it's going to be Houston, Duke, Auburn, and Florida.
So
I think
all 4-1 teams?
all number 1 seeds.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very good teams. They are much better than the rest of the teams below them.
So Florida, are they back on like the Billy Donovan type dominance kind of deal?
They're pretty stacked, dude. They have a 7'8" freshman that they redshirted.
They have 3 7-footers.
Hold on.
Freshmen.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you say 7'8"?
Yes, Oliver Ryu from Canada.
He went to IMG Academy.
Yeah.
We played his stuff last year.
He is a monster of a man, and they redshirted him so he could get faster and bigger.
7'8".
7'8".
Is there anybody even in?
Wemby's what, 7'3", 7'4"? He would make Wemby look like a toothpick. It'd be like me standing next to Lummy.
Could he be as good as Wemby, or is Wemby a freak?
Wemby's a freak because he has a more well-rounded game. I think Ryu's problem is going to be the speed of getting up and down the court, and that's why they redshirted him. But we'll see.
I've not followed NBA much, but is Wemby? Didn't I see where he was done for the year?
Yeah, he has a blood clot condition. That's hopefully not anything that's going to be problematic long term for him. But I'm always skeptical of these big guys. Once you start like the Greg Odens and the bigger players that fade out because their bodies can't handle being that big.
Well, their poor little hearts.
Yeah. But bless their hearts.
So the Hawk-Tua girl, Haley Welch, laughs off rumors in first appearance since her meme coin collapse. Now, did she get in trouble over that meme coin? Because I think that when you're doing that type of stuff, you have to, and again, I don't know. I'm the dumbest guy in the room. Don't you have to, when you're doing financial stuff like that, you got to register with the SEC? There's just so many different layers. Or is the Bitcoin or the meme coin still the Wild West where you don't have all these regulations and you can sell a coin like that and do certain holdbacks and things like that? I don't know.
You just can't do the pump and dump, which she did.
Did she?
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying, that, you know, she pumped it up, and then when she started claiming she didn't sell it, but I guess it found out that her insiders, which they're supposed to hold for a certain amount of time, all sold once it got to a certain point.
Now, Brian, what do you know about this?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I think Seth is our resident Hawk Tour expert, so let's throw it over to him.
He might know the pop culture aspect of it. I don't know if, I think Seth's like us, and the fact that he isn't familiar with the meme coin deal because he doesn't know a lot about that space, as I don't.
If only we could find out.
Seth, what say you?
I don't know anything about crypto.
No, okay, but about Hawk TUAH, what do you know about her podcast? Has she been on it? Is it over?
She just released a video. If you scroll down to the article, that she's coming back, and they're making a documentary about her called Doc TUAH.
For real?
Yes.
And now is this the video right here?
Yes.
Okay. And they're making a video called Doc TUAH.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Haley Welch has been shot this evening.
Haley Welch dead.
The Hawk TUAH girl has died.
Hawk TUAH girl sparks pregnancy rumors after candid photos went viral.
Oh, my bad.
Breaking news: the Hawk TUAH girl is not missing. She's pregnant.
Oh my God.
Now, Seth, is this to be taken for real, or is this a spoof? Is this like a rib?
She hasn't appeared anywhere since everything happened with the meme coin. So this is her first public statement or piece of content since that happened.
All right, and to me, it seems like they're trying to do a joke, but maybe they're trying to be legit.
Over under, whose documentary comes out first?
Shut up. Probably hers. The problem with my documentary is this. Here's the problem that I have. I have legitimate filmmakers that hire legitimate entertainment lawyers that legitimately go through the content.
Who's this legitimate guy you keep talking about?
No, there's several that hire. You know, in the entertainment business, there's only a handful of lawyers that you can hire from LA that can give you a seal of approval that you won't get sued for fair use or copyright or slander or defamation or so. You know, anybody can throw a documentary together, but whether you run it through a couple of entertainment lawyers or not determines how. And Brian, you certainly can attest that Los Angeles entertainment lawyers probably are taking 2-hour lunches. They march to the beat of their own drum.
Oh yeah, $1,000 plus an hour, and
yes,
they take their time.
So that's been our biggest holdup with regards to the documentary that's been done about me. It's done. It's done.
I've seen it. It's good.
It's done.
3 episodes.
But the entertainment lawyers will come back and say, literally, in episode 2, at the 43-minute and 7-second mark, you used a clip of Channel 8 describing the Hogan Gawker lawsuit, and you need one of your people that are helping tell the story set up that piece of video in order for it to be fair use compliant. That's what you get into. And so then the editor's got to go back and get the people that have contributed to this for, you know, somebody to, you know, say, hey, you know, like it is unbelievable. So the Hawk TUAH woman, I probably would say her documentary might come out before mine because, Brian, I don't know that she's hiring $1,000 an hour copyright clearance attorneys from Los Angeles.
Well, from this video she posted, I don't think she's hired anybody to help with it. It looks pretty awful.
Yeah. What's going on with that Hawk TUAH chick? She going to jail?
Anywho, do I get a phone call?
The Hawk TUAH girl. No one knows finance quite like Miss TUAH.
Haley, Get your ass up. We got stuff to do.
Now, here's the deal. It actually would be potentially something and we can go throughout the entire room, but it actually might be something I would watch if she was making fun of the whole situation and how a girl that was describing how to give juicy oral became what she did over that nonsense. And how just almost like an idiocracy type, deal. Instead of take me serious, this got me into the game, and now I'm an entertainer. Like if she made fun of herself and the whole situation, I would watch that.
Well, a lot of people, unfortunately, that believed in her coin is pretty upset with her. She took her $490 million pretty much value, and they started dumping it, and it went down to about $29 million.
Now, has anybody researched what her actual gain was?
It's they're showing between 50 to 75 million.
Hold on. So this hillbilly redneck bitch that was on the streets, was that Nashville? Does anybody know where that was?
Yeah, I think it was Nashville.
Okay, so some drunk bitch that's in Nashville that gets, and Seth, didn't she kind of dog the dude that set her up with the softball question, which really at the end of the day, that guy should be heavily thanked?
Yeah, she wouldn't publicly give him any credit at all.
Right, and like it was his brilliance to ask such a stupid question, and her, very organic and yet funny Southern response that started all of this. And this unappreciative bitch, when asked, hey, how about the guy that asked you a question? Isn't that, she, I think like Seth said, she dogged him. Like she didn't give him anything. Had it not been for him, nobody would know didn't she work at a spring factory?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I don't know. We'll have to watch the documentary to find out the whole story.
So I think that's it, Lummy. I think that's the doc.
Yeah, it looks like they're claiming that she didn't sell any of the coins they gave her, but they're doing a lot of research, and I guess there was one wallet that knew how everything was going down and acquired like 30 to 40% of the total supply and then dumped it before, which is linked to her, getting her about that 50 to 75 million.
I mean, is the other girl, I think the Hawk TUAH girl is
Universities shut down and free speech.
Is in the worst, but who is that girl that interviewed Drake?
Oh, Bobby Altoff.
Bobby Altoff.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that she tried to pawn off any Bitcoin or anything like that. She just tried to continue to do her deadpan podcast type shtick. And I don't think that people do her podcast. The celebrities aren't coming a-running now for her to do her podcast like they used to. And is she is she canceled? I wouldn't say canceled, but is she not a thing now too? Because for a while, wasn't everybody trying to get on her podcast?
I mean, I don't know if everybody. I mean, she kind of has a lane where she, would interview people in the hip hop community, and then she would be the awkward white girl learning about stuff. I mean, she still does. She still does her podcast and still does interviews. But I mean, she was making a bunch of money doing her podcast. She had a Prime sponsorship. She was getting millions of views on YouTube. They took a girl who had, a viral moment, and her management company. I mean, they did a good job. She made a ton of money, but they had a short window to try to capitalize on her, and they did.
Does she still do that same kind of deadpan shtick?
Yeah.
I liked her delivery. I liked it. But, people quickly fall out of favor out of anything pop culturally cool. I guess it's.
I think when you're a character, I mean, I think all characters have a shelf life.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that explains my druthers.
You're the real deal.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
All characters have a shelf life.
So do you think that she's still making a living at just straight podcasting? And didn't she leave her husband too?
Yes. Yeah, she's doing great. She's with an NFL player, I believe,
She
as her
is?
man. Yeah.
Really?
Still getting pretty strong guests. So
Yeah. And you know what? That's probably an example of somebody who was handled correctly. Meaning the Hawk 2 bitch, hard telling what hillbilly-ass PR firm. She probably hired her meemaw to take care of her PR firm, whereas the other girl probably, I think actually she was represented by William Morris, I think. Like one of the big agencies out there.
I mean, I believe the Hawk TUAH had a podcast, and I think it was. I think it was
TUAH.
Yeah, I think it was a very highly rated
number
one.
in the country.
That was through the brothers, right? The Paul brothers?
Yeah, through I think Jake's company.
Oh, okay. Now, does Hawk TUAH still have a podcast?
No, she stopped doing it after the meme stuff.
She's too rich now. She doesn't need to do it anymore.
Well, she went away. I mean,
she's like, I got 30 million.
That's kind of the thing, is that she went away after the meme coin stuff happened, and now this is the first time that she is resurfacing.
Now, I wonder if what she really made on the meme coin, what she really took home, and if it is legal for her to have made that money, like it's SEC compliant, and she legitimately does not have to work. Like, it would be interesting to know what the truth of that matter really is. You know, like, was it a pump and dump, and you are being investigated by the securities fraud deal, and potentially what you think you have, you really don't have because they're going to take it away because they're going to say that you got it illegally, or you did it correctly. The company that did it held it for however long it needed to do it. You legitimately have $15 to $20 million. And if you got that kind of money, you don't, I mean, let's just be honest, Brian, if you had $20 million in one lump sum, you would never have to work again.
She got her golden ticket, man. She's good to go.
Is she? Like, I mean, is she? Because they're saying that the pump and dump might have been illegal.
Well, there's a big lawsuit that they filed.
Trust me,
like a month ago,
lawsuits will bring you right. Even though I'm 4-0, lawsuits brought me down, and especially when you throw a federal one in there, that takes you right down to zero. Federal lawsuits. Phew.
Each have left many questions.
Lawsuit filed against Disney regarding ex-employee who allegedly filmed up girls' dresses.
Whoa.
Now, is this...
This story is not related to that. Whatever this
rising
is.
Tuition costs.
Oh, this isn't?
Political tensions
No.
and debates.
Oh, okay.
But whatever the anti-woke university thing is, that's different than this.
A
Disney.
lawsuit has been filed against Walt Disney World Resort over a 2023 investigation into a former employee accused of secretly filming female guests. The plaintiff claims the man, who was employed at Hollywood Studios at the time, took a photo or video of a 14-year-old granddaughter's dress while she was in a store. The woman alleges that Disney should have known the man was unfit for his job and posed a risk to guests, employees, and minors, referencing a prior incident where he allegedly recorded a female coworker, which had been reported to the Disney supervisor. Now, see...
That's trouble for Disney, because without that...
I was just getting ready to say...
That's the trouble.
I was getting ready to say, the first part, can't really put on Disney because they didn't really know, but when they've had a prior and it's been documented by a Disney supervisor, they're writing a check, and it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't already. That's the thing. If that this had to get to the point of a lawsuit, in other words, because if Disney was aware that this guy had been in trouble, I'm interested to know how the family who filed the lawsuit is aware of this employee's former bad act.
I mean, you think that they're paraphrasing here and they've already gotten his personnel records and seen that?
I don't know how you get that pre-suit. Like, that's the thing, is you don't get that. They don't turn that over to you without there being a lawsuit and them being told they've got to provide it.
It said a lawsuit has been filed against Walt Disney.
Right, but it just got filed, right? Like, and the plaintiff accuses them of that. I mean, there would have to be extensive discovery for them to get to the point of having his employee file at least, 50, 60 days in.
In the lawsuit, the plaintiff, a family member, one of which the alleged victims, claims that that Disney failed to take sufficient action to protect its theme park guests from being subjected to an alleged video voyeurism of a former Disney employee, George Diaz Vega. Not to be confused with the great offensive guard, George Diaz for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's right.
Guilty.
On March 30th of 2 years ago, here you go, Brian.
Okay.
A deputy with the Orange County Sheriff's Office See, it's a public record.
Well, no, this is to the incident itself of him going up the girl's skirt, which is why the lawsuit was filed, because it's a 2-year statute of limitations in Florida. So I'm guessing it was filed this week because the statute was approaching. So they likely tried to settle with Disney.
Looks like it filed yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, it settled yesterday?
No, it got filed yesterday.
Okay. So according to a March 30th, 2023 deputy's report from Orange County Sheriff, he responded to a Walt Disney World Hollywood Studios after a woman alerted Disney security that a man dressed in a Star Wars uniform, could have been Tuttle, had used his cell phone to take a photo up his granddaughter's dress. The incident reported happened when they stopped to look at toys in the Star Wars Galaxy Edge merchandise store. Her granddaughter was 14 at the time. The man was not immediately identified, according to the report. The next day, Orange County deputies responded to the same theme park after an employee reported witnessing Diaz Vega recording an upskirt. So this guy sounds like he's just hanging out. Now, is he an employee?
How are they not able to identify him? Is he dressed up like a stormtrooper?
I
mean, are there like 30 of them around? They're like, which one did it?
Yeah, he admitted if you look at.
Well, hold on. Diaz Vega reported at the Star Wars retail store at the time, admitted to recording videos of female Disney World guests for approximately 6 years.
Wow.
Now, Brian, at that point, if you only have a statute of 2 years, do the other 4 years worth of girls don't have a chance to sue?
Well, they may actually, if their event occurred, they're running out of time no matter what, because if it occurred before March 24th of 2023, then they have a 4-year statute of limitations.
He further told investigators that recording these videos had become a guilty pleasure for him and estimated that he had 600 such videos saved on his phone and showed investigators, according to officials. Brian, that was a very large check they wrote yesterday.
They didn't write any check yet. The lawsuit's been filed.
Oh, it's going to be.
Why not after he showed the 600 videos, do you think that they still decided that they wouldn't settle?
I don't know. It's kind of fascinating, especially if he was reported to a supervisor, because at some point there's an argument. Disney has so many cameras; they're so aware of everything that goes on. I guarantee you, they caught. You know what I would use as evidence? How many shoplifters did they catch in that store in that time period?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you can catch shoplifters, but you can't get your employee doing upskirt videos of young girls.
Yeah, like they're saying here, the lawsuit claims that Disney knew or should have known that Diaz Vega was unfit for his position and potentially a danger that he posted to the theme park's guests and employees and minors. And you're right, Brian. You go and say, how extensive of a video surveillance? Disney probably has one of the most extensive video surveillance systems in the world.
Yep.
They probably do. One, because they're Disney, and two, because they have to cover their ass at all times because because you're mostly dealing with kids. And so you really have to be on point.
Oh, boy, I love upskirts.
It looks like this guy, too, when he was on bond, got caught again on a Publix a month later.
Man.
And Disney continued to employ him.
What a horny guy.
This guy, man, Brian. I wish you were handling that.
Wish I had that case, man.
God, you wouldn't be here right now. You'd be partying. Just on
after that settlement, you asked me where I'm going. Going to Disney World,
so I can sign up some more clients. Andrew, when I come back, Andrew Tate's girlfriend, Bree Stern, has accused the sex trafficker, this nearly choked her unconscious during a violent sexual encounter.
This guy's a douchebag.
I mean,
is he now?
He's back in the country, though. Trump celebrated getting him back in, right?
I don't think he celebrated it. He didn't even know he was here, but yeah.
He's out. He's out again.
Oh, is he left the country?
Yeah, he went back, yeah.
Of course he did.
Probably because of this.
No, they had trial. They had to go back to Romania, I believe.
Hold on. So he didn't leave because of the heat. He left because he had a legal proceeding in a different country?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
When he came over, they knew that they were only staying for, I don't know if it was 30 days or shorter than that, but they eventually had to go back.
Now, where does Andrew Tate put all his stuff? Is it on Rumble? Is it on YouTube? Is that where it's at?
Yes.
He's been regulated to Rumble?
I think
relegated.
I think Elon Musk let him back on Twitter.
He did?
Yeah.
We'll get into that next. Stand by.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Now, Brian.
Yes, sir.
When you got dual citizenship, does that mean that, like, that seems like it would be kind of special, like, and not everybody should just be able to get that?
Well, he used to be an MMA guy, so I mean, I don't know if he had it from that or what.
So, like, if you're an MMA and you're going to spend a certain amount of time here training, you probably have to have that.
Well, no, some countries, like, let's say his mom, he was born in D.C., but his mom is from England or Ireland or whatever. He'll be able to get an Irish passport if she hasn't given up her citizenship. So it's easy. It's not complicated potentially to be a dual citizen. I bet you Anna could be like a 3-time citizen between Israel, South Africa.
She probably get unemployment from Israel too.
He was raised in Goshen, Indiana, and Chicago, Illinois.
Who was?
Andrew Tate.
Goshen, Indiana is 18 miles from Warsaw.
No, he was raised right by you.
Oh, I see a future show. Tate and the Sponge.
What year?
Oh, he's much younger than you.
Yeah.
Well,
He's like 30, 37, 39.
Are you thinking he may be one of your children?
So you were right in between. So
how old would my kid? If I got an abortion, if my child would have been here in '87, how old would he be right now?
38.
38.
He would have been Andrew Tate's.
How old is Seth?
Seth, 43.
Seth's 43.
Andrew Tate's 38.
Andrew Tate's 38. It fits the timeline, Bubba. He may be your son.
Man, it seems like Shador's stock has really fallen.
Shador's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you got these teams that have coaches that, like the Giants, they have to win this season. I mean, the ownership's not going to be patient with Daboll and all of them just fucking shit in the bed again. What's up, Gilson? What's up, everybody? Hit the like button. Got to get to 1,000 likes. Would it fucking kill you to help us out? You ingrates. Sit here and break my back, providing you compelling entertainment. We got a game show coming up. Gonna get into that in a moment. Finishing my breakfast. Log in under another account and hit it again, Anthony. There's no excuse for laziness out here. I should be getting 2-3 likes from each of you. What's up, White Iced Tea? What's up, Seraph? $947. Those are Dan numbers. I want to see some solid Gene numbers. What's up, Mitch? Internet Fred. What's good? Say that again, MH, and I will, I'll ban you from chat for a day. How about that? No, Michael. Log in under another Google account. And then like it again under that account. You're allowed to do that. It's not cheating.
Or I could just keep it up here. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, all right. It's fine.
It'll be fine right there.
Yeah, it'll
Let me.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do a Sunbelt gimmick.
Okay.
Hey, we're getting a new. I can't spend $1,200 on a new camera. They want me to get a new camera, Seth, that follows you around.
Tongue tied.
What do you mean, for in here?
Yeah, but it's $1,200. The fuck?
Like a motion sensor deal or something?
Yeah. It's like yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Welcome to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. We're gonna hit 1,000 likes, no problem. It's only 8:30.
We're at 976.
That's right.
We might hit 1,100.
979.
Can you print out the I think we all got it. I think Seth got it. I got it. When people email the show, I think we all get copies of it. Did you see the guy that was like wanted me or Dan to call him to save his life?
Yes, it did.
Like, can you get that to like?
Yes, I printed it out.
Yeah, like, don't send us stuff like that. Like, what are you thinking?
Email's probably not the best way to cry for help.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's crying for help. He did not say what was wrong at all.
That's what's concerning.
He said, call me and help me save my life.
Well, just call him. Let's see. Let's just cold call him right now.
Lummy, I got to give some love to, of course, Sunbelt Rental. I know, Lummy, that Seth probably isn't a big Sunbelt Rental guy.
No.
But could be. If Seth just would expand his manly horizon, Seth would be badass on a skid steer.
Hold on, I am aligned with a company right now. I just I have to find the details on it.
Okay,
keep going. I took a picture of it last week.
I just rode into work today on my scissor lift. That's what I drive around town in these days. It's so cheap. It's cheaper than a car. It's Sunbelt Rentals.
But Lummy, you know what? The Tour of Destruction, it's so popular. And the Tour of Destruction, the main dude's name is Mo, and he's got the viral aspect of the Tour of Destruction done so well, and they know their audience so well that I don't even have to mention it one time, and they will completely sell out Ocala Speedway. They sold out 2 shows at Cletus McFarland's Freedom Factory this past weekend, and they are coming to my place, me and Tom Bean's place, this Saturday night. And you know what? If you wanted a ticket, you can't get
it's sold out.
Yeah.
Caller number 9 though.
No. But Lummy, I am taking care of my boys. At Sunbelt Rental, George, I think I got Samantha and Dustin.
I'm with Komatsu.
Is that who you are with?
Yeah, there's this what is that, a tractor?
Yeah, Komatsu is
Komatsu.
Well, they make, of course I know Komatsu.
I didn't know.
They make skid steers, they make tractors.
Eric and I do Komatsu in the bed. It's so hot.
Anyway, I got Larkin and Leah, Christy, Corey, Jody, Sandy, Emma, Dustin, Samantha, Adam, Dean, Bobby, Zach, Daphne, Phil, Christy, all my Sunbelt people from Ocala are coming to Tour of Destruction. And thank God you Sunbelt people, we have a great relationship because you can't buy it. You can't buy a ticket for this show.
You should do a promotion with them, Bubba, where you do like scissor lift seats, where you give them away.
Oh, that would be a pretty, but
right in the infield.
The liability.
Yeah.
I get my boy George from Sunbelt out
Boy
there.
George.
And he gives out, we do like, 4 40-foot scissor lifts on the backstretch for you to take, to watch the tour of destruction from a scissor lift. Next thing you know, somebody falls out. Then Sunbelt and I are getting sued.
Well, they got to sign a waiver, and you're going to have
bunch of waivers.
You're going to have them clipped in, and it's a.
So anyway,
and I wouldn't have 40. I would make it special. It'd be like the Sunbelt rental guest of the day. It's like a promotional thing. Gets to go up on the scissor lift.
The next time I got the tour of destruction, I'll do a promotion with Sunbelt Rental, and we'll have scissor lifts all on each corner, and it'll be a great thing.
Yeah, there we go.
I should actually get with Sunbelt and say, hey, could I do like once a month, do like a weekend warrior free rental to a real man.
There you go.
Like, let's say there's a lot of dudes out there that this weekend they need some piece of equipment.
I need a bush hog.
Whether it be a bush hog,
look at that.
A log splitter, a mini skid steer with an auger attachment, or a brush hog, or whatever. And maybe I could start doing like a promotion like that for Sunbelt.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Where we give a guy that qualifies a free skid steer.
Does he have to give like his testosterone levels? How do you know he's manly?
I don't know.
That he knows how to work it and he's going to use it.
We're just working through these preliminary promotional details with our good friends at Sunbelt that's been with us now for well over 10 years. Go to Sunbelt. Is it Sunbelt Rentals or Sunbelt Rents?
It's Sunbelt. This Sunbelt.com also works too.
The Sunbelt.com works as well. Get a weekend warrior. Get your machine that you're renting dropped off by Friday at 5:00. You only get charged a day, and you give it back to them Monday at 9. That's like 3 days for one. Bust your ass and just get what you need done. So Seth.
Yeah.
You're a spokesperson for Komatsu now?
Yep.
What?
Yep. The best in the game, if I may say so.
Well, sure, but
hopefully we stop recording that the ad for.
Let me go break that right on.
Okay,
off.
thank you. Sorry.
So what are you doing with Komatsu?
Well, I was driving by a construction site last week on my way home from trying to find some baseball cards, and I saw Komatsu, and I just was eyeballing it because I thought it was one of the finest pieces of machinery that I've ever seen.
Which they are.
And the foreman from the construction site came up to me, and we got to the talking, and I kind of told him I was with the Bubba the Love Sponge show, and he went crazy, called up Mr. Komatsu, and now I got the deal.
Oh yes, you can use us on your show.
Lummy, were you doing a Mr. Komatsu?
Oh no, that was a Babyface. That scares me.
So hold on, Seth. You're driving down the road,
yes, sir,
and you see somebody.
A construction site. I'm very attracted to him. It's like seeing a babe walking. You want to get a better look.
All right, so you're
man.
Like I'm in the Komatsu bulldozer department right now.
Yes, you are.
And you see a construction site.
Yeah.
And you pull in, and you see that they're running Komatsu stuff.
Yeah.
And you said,
"That's beautiful.
Look at that D37 PX24 you got right there."
It was actually an EX24, but whatever.
No, it's a PX.
I'm joking.
It's a PX.
I said what he saw. It was bad.
Oh.
Go, proceed.
Okay, we're going to have to edit that out, Lummy, before I send it to
Komatsu piece.
Before I send it to my Komatsu guy.
So you roll up on a Komatsu job site. Let's just call it that. A Komatsu job site.
Yes.
And you identify yourself as Seth Kushner from the Bubba the Love Sponge show. And he probably is like, well, I know Bubba the Love Sponge really, really appreciates heavy equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And so what happens? Like, what happens from there?
Well, I mean, first he asked what happened to you and everything. So, then I told him, and I told him the documentary's coming out and everything like that. So he's all caught up. And then, yeah, I mean, he just blew a call into, like I said, Mr. Komatsu. I don't know his first name. He just goes by Mr. Komatsu.
Shanghai.
And
I looked it up.
Shanghai Komatsu.
He worked out the deal. He's going to pay me half Japanese, half crypto.
Pay you in yen. and Shohei Ohtani
I really do wish you were telling the truth, and we had a Komatsu hookup.
I thought, I drove by.
We don't have a Komatsu.
Bubba, I drove by this site, and I just saw Komatsu, and I was like, wow, this is good. This is, somebody's got to know this, or if they don't, it's even better. So I took a picture of it, and I meant to bring it up at some point, but that just gave me the perfect opportunity.
Well, this is a good segue into the deal I'm working on with Caterpillar. Caterpillar, fine American-made construction gear. And
is it made in a blue state or a red state?
Driving on the Howard Franklin, and I saw those big cranes they were using. Pulled over, talked to the foreman.
Did you believe me for a second, Bubba? Did you believe me for a second?
About a tenth of a second.
Oh, I felt like you did.
Well, no, hold on. Here's the deal. I equate believing you with believing Brian's Hogan thing during the roast.
Oh, the AI.
Hold on. Where I
that's a compliment.
No, hold on. Where I wanted it to be true. I'm like, it wouldn't be uncommon for his goofy ass to pull into a job site and just shoot.
Are you serious?
And just to shoot the crap with some dude.
Who am I? What? If I was if I did cocaine and I was lonely, I mean, I would potentially do that.
To the job sites?
Looking for friends at job sites, yeah.
I don't know if you're going to referee camp and the guy beside you is a Komatsu dealer. And
I'm
you guys
so
start
nervous.
And you guys get to talking, and he's like, what do you do? And you're like, well, I'm in radio. I'm Seth Kushner. I work for the Bubba the Love Sponge show. And he's like, well, oh, my God. My name's Jim, and I'm the regional manager for Komatsu, and I know that Bubba is big into heavy machinery. Tell him to give me a call. I mean, that wouldn't be uncommon.
Well, Seth's story is fake, but mine, so I pull over. The foreman's like, oh, my God, what's he been up to? And I tell him about the documentary. But then he goes, here, let me call Mr. Caterpillar. And I was going to get to speak with him, but he had entered his chrysalis, so I wasn't able to talk to him. It's going to be a couple months.
Well, screw you both.
Is that a butterfly joke?
That was a butterfly joke.
Screw you both. Screw you both. Screw you both for getting my hopes up.
Well, I mean, Bubba.
I really genuinely had my hopes up.
Bubba, if you would honestly like Brian and I to pull up to a job site, I know that we'd be willing to do that for content. Now, what happens from there, I don't know. Brian could probably do the talking.
I got synergy. I got synergy equipment. And up in Ocala, and they have several locations. So if I need anything between them and Beard, I can get what I need. But it would be nice to have like a direct hookup. Like let me, for instance, I got a direct hookup with the Skag, for instance.
That's right.
My hookup isn't Mike's Lawnmower or Florida Outdoor Supply, the person that's the distributor. My hookup is with Skag, the manufacturer. So power screens. My hookup isn't with the guy that rents out the power screens. My hookup is with Florida Power, the people that make them. So it's always better if you can get the manufacturer.
Yeah, are you name dropping, you gearhead? Because Brian and I we could be the biggest, tractor guys in town if we put the work into it.
Well, I've already got Dion lined up a 730 Bear chassis articulated truck, so he's going to be pretty happy about that.
The CEO of Caterpillar is from Indiana, so.
Yep, I talked to him about that before he entered his chrysalis.
Where's Caterpillar headquarters?
Only 15 minutes from where you grew up, Bubba.
Well,
Kokomo.
The CEO is from Highland, Indiana.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that the Cat corporate. I guarantee a Caterpillar corporate. Now,
probably like Denmark or something.
Cummins, who makes the motors, their corporate's out of Columbus, Indiana, home of course, Sumo.
Irving, Texas.
Is that where the Caterpillar?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get back to the Andrew Tate deal.
He's from Indiana.
Yeah. He lived there for a while.
Well, I don't know if he's from there, but he lived in Goshen.
He was born in D.C. and then moved over to Chicago and then Goshen, Indiana.
Yeah. Goshen, Indiana, home of Rick Meyer.
Oh.
Jeez. Now, Andrew
Who
Tate.
the hell is that?
Rick Meyer, the football player?
You don't remember Rick Meyer?
The Notre Dame quarterback.
Number 3 overall for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I do now. Now that you mentioned his name and put context to it.
Then went on to Chicago with a lackluster career.
Yeah, we traded 2 firsts for him.
His first interception was the Bubba the Love Sponge.
Which, by the way, somebody asked him that and he denied it.
Yeah, Daniel Rose asked him.
Daniel Rose, and by the way, he needs to understand he was a freshman And he was starting. He doesn't remember it because he doesn't want to remember it.
Was this in the fifth quarter?
Yeah, this was in the fifth quarter with Al Bundy beside me. One of Andrew Tate's girlfriends is now accused the self-proclaimed misogynist of choking. Yeah, does he proclaim himself to be a misogynist?
Yes.
I think he's unabashedly proud of his alpha misogyny.
Like, hi, I'm Andrew Tate, and I like to choke girls with my penis.
Like his joke is, why can't women ski? Because there's no snow between the bedroom and the kitchen. You know, that sort of thing. That's his line of humor.
Well, anyway, his girlfriend...
It's not for everyone.
His girlfriend says he choked her so hard during rough sex inside the Beverly Hills Hotel that she later alerted authorities. Now, see, that's when you gotta start kind of getting a little concerned. It's one thing for a girl to come back after you become famous and say that you did X, Y, and Z however many long years ago, but when you've reported it relatively soon after it happened,
Joe Ma, $50.
Then, by the way, Joe Dirt Sr., you know, my PA announcer,
yeah.
He sells Komatsu forklifts.
Oh, perfect.
That's what he does for a living.
Oh, yeah.
He slings Komatsu forklifts.
I was on a Zoom with him last week.
You were?
Yep.
Yep.
Joe Dirt.
Look at the different brands of Komatsu equipment.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're number one in the forklift division.
We're releasing a new product, Snow Pusher, this year. So watch out for that.
Right.
It's Komatsu's new snowplow. We're filming the video for it in Tokyo at Mount Fuji.
Bree Stern alleged to the Beverly Hills police that the sexual assault took place 2 weeks ago and that she nearly passed out from the encounter. Now, Brian, does that make it where does rough sex become illegal?
I don't know, but I just saw a picture of her, and I believe her 100%. I stand with Bree Stern.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of her.
I stand tall and proud with Bree Stern.
I sent you a bunch of pictures.
He is guilty. This poor little delicate flower that he assaulted.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. I stand with her. I believe her. Believe all women.
Well, she looks very natural.
There, she doesn't, but...
I mean, is this who
yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, I believe her.
Well, I mean, why
put baby face on the jury? Woof.
I mean, he's pulling some nice ass, is he not?
Oof.
I mean, he is pulling some really nice ass. Being Andrew Tate, misogynist, wanted man from Bulgaria, wherever the hell you're from.
Romania. I think it's great though that he was just in these states for just a few short weeks and was able to commit a potential crime.
Choke out a hot chick.
Not only that, but with this quality, right,
Yes.
Seth? I mean, this isn't, some old hag.
He made it to the White House when he was here, didn't he? Did Tate? I thought Tate went to the. I thought the Tates went to the White House.
I thought they did. That's why I threw the Trump thing in there. But
this is one of my favorite pictures of all time. Not that, well, yeah, with this girl, but
wish it was a BRN shirt
with a girl, women in this pose. Where they got underboob, like a little tank top with an underboob, and just about 3 inches over the nip. Like you can't even see the areola here. Like this picture's not illegal or offensive in any way, shape, or form. There's no sexual body part being shown. But is that about as hot as it gets right there?
That's pretty hot.
That's pretty hot.
And it doesn't seem like Andrew Tate went to the White House.
Okay. Well, this woman that we just saw
deserves justice.
It says Tate, who is facing human trafficking charges in Romania, I don't think he's going to get off of that. I don't think Romania is known for having necessarily the most fair legal system.
I'm not familiar with the ins and outs of the Romanian criminal justice system, but I got to imagine that it's got its warts.
He's ducked. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's ever been found guilty of anything. That's kind of why he's able to, still move about freely, is because it's everything's he's been able to, kind of slide out of.
This woman, Bree Stern.
No relation to Howard, my good friend.
Which
how you doing, buddy?
Just 16 days ago said, during sex on March 11th, when she began to stop, when she told him to stop as it was getting rougher, he ignored her pleas.
Oh.
As she continued to struggle, Tate allegedly became more violent, and Stern nearly lost consciousness. The alleged attack only stopped after the sex was over. He finally got his knob you top. After Tate fell asleep, she went to the bathroom, took photos of her. Now, that's what we need to see. We need to see these photos of the choke out.
Well, I think the people who need to see them are the law enforcement.
So now,
hopefully they add Bubba onto the signal chat so we can get a peek.
Pete exits.
Stern went to a New York City hospital 2 days later after flying to the big. Hold on. So she flew from L.A. to New York.
Whoa.
And I mean,
well, do you have a more efficient way of getting there?
For work, and was diagnosed as post-concussive.
That's a heavy donkey punch.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She said that she filed a police report after Tate and his brother Tristan left the country for a check-in with the authorities in Romania that's tied to the criminal case. The check-in with the police at the European country's capital complied with the judicial control requirement in their case. The Tate brothers were arrested in 2022 and indicted last year on charges that they took part in a criminal ring that lured women to Romania, where they allegedly sexually exploited them. Andrew Tate is also facing rape charges. Both siblings have denied all charges. I'm a free person who's not been convicted of anything. He also vowed to comply with all judicial authorities everywhere around the world because I'm completely innocent. Well, now he's got this. And Brian, I would say that this is probably contingent, or the validity of it at 100% on those photos that the Beverly Hills police officers took.
Yeah.
Like, if there's noticeable bruising and choke marks, but sometimes bruising is just rough set.
Isn't it up to the one that's getting choked to decide when it's too much?
Yeah,
that's how, if you're going to engage in that, be careful.
I guess
if you're going to leave marks.
Yeah, don't leave marks, man. Don't leave marks.
Hit her with a phone book.
She has text messages from him that I guess he admitted wanting to hit her more and choke her more harder.
Hold on, how much harder? And does he?
That's all it says. That he admits that he wanted to hit and choke her harder.
See, I'm not into that. Like, I don't need to be choking anybody out or hitting anybody hard or anything like that. I don't know why. Is there people that gets them that much more excited? The violent part of it.
Yeah. Some people equate sex and violence and get off on it, and that is certainly a kink. That's one of those out there.
Who was it? Was it Michael Hutchinson?
Yeah, and also who was the David Carradine?
Yeah,
died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
Well, that's doing it to yourself.
But you're into it clearly. There's, choking
somebody else out's different than choking yourself out.
All right, so if you're into autoerotic asphyxiation, please call us at 813-90-BUBBA so you can describe to us what the kink is and what you get off on. We want to understand it more.
I've always
Sometimes there's not always a pair of hands around, Bubba,
I've always understood it to be that whether you're self-pleasuring yourself or you're getting choked out as a girl or a boy while having intercourse with somebody else, hopefully an adult, that if you choke a person or you're getting choked out right to the fine line of passing out but not passing out, that it makes the orgasm the most intense orgasm you'll ever have. But you got to find, there's that fine equation of consciousness and not consciousness. That's the way it's always been explained to me. Now, I've not participated in any of that, but that's what's always been explained to me. Is that how you guys understand it or have been told it?
I haven't really had a lot of sit-down conversations about it, but from afar, it looks like something that
that's what it is.
It's very popular.
When my dad sat me down to have the talk about the birds and the bees and
how to choke out a chick.
How to choke out a chick.
Son, if you happen to be lucky enough to get some ass and have a girl that wants to have sex with you and you are having sex with her just for fun, after you've established yourself that you're pretty good at sex, because for the first, couple of years, as soon as you start the process, you usually party and you're done. It takes a while to build up some resilience or stamina, if you will. Lummy, you just don't go there your first day of weightlifting and put up 315.
No, it takes a little time.
It takes a little time. So once you get a little sexual prowess underneath your belt buckle, then you can maybe take it to the next level of choking. And what you do is you choke her until she can until she almost passes out. And she will have the most intensive orgasm that she's ever had. And if she doesn't call the police on you, you'll be the talk of the high school.
That's why I always hook my ladies up to oxygen saturation monitors.
Knock it's called edging.
Get them down to about 70%, then let them go.
I think edging is not necessarily a choking thing. Edging is just getting on the verge of having an orgasm in general, then stopping if you have the control. But all too often, all of us just go, if you just would have quit one pump sooner.
Right before those vinegar strokes.
What the hell?
What's a vinegar stroke?
Oh, God.
It's from the show The League. Have you watched The League, Bubba?
No.
The fantasy football show?
I don't think he would like that one.
It's phenomenal.
That's not one of those.
I like it. I don't think Bubba would like it.
That's not one of those shows that people go, you haven't seen The League?
Yeah, I know.
It's not The Sopranos.
It was FX.
I know. The League was pretty good, man.
What's it about?
It's about a bunch of buddies that are in a fantasy football league together and how they screw with each other constantly. And there's a character called Raffy, and he's crazy. Then there's a dumb brother. And
it's from about 10 years ago.
It's a good show.
Whatever. I'm looking for a new show, though.
It is new to you.
Lummy, is this Adam Scheffner that's breaking down the draft? Everybody's breaking the draft down. We have Brian here, who's very much sports oriented. To me, it looks like Shador. His draft, they got him like now maybe going to the Steelers.
And he still may end up with the Giants. Let's be clear on this. They signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year deal. They have Jameis. Yes, they have a crowded quarterback room, but there's still a good chance that he ends up with a team like the Giants or Tennessee.
Is Dion gonna flip out if he goes to like a Giants or a Steelers? They're saying Aaron Rodgers may go to Steelers, and they with the intentions of sitting him for X amount of years to learn the trade under a veteran. Will Dion flip out on that?
I think Dion needs to back off and stop being a stage mom about it for sure.
I do agree.
His boy is a grown man.
I think that's hurt Shador a little bit. Here, let's see what Shetner has to say.
Is Jameis the current Week 1 starter for the Giants? And with him signing there, what does that mean for Russell Wilson?
Yeah. So Russell Wilson just signed with the Giants a 1-year, $21 million deal, correct?
Well, it's most likely 10.5 with incentives that could escalate it to $21 million, but it's unlikely to hit that.
All right, so it's a 1-year, 10.5. They already got Jameson for probably like, $50,000.
2 years, $8 million.
All right.
So $4 million.
So they got Jameis Winston and they got Russell Wilson. That's the Giants, correct?
Yes.
All right. The Steelers currently don't have anybody. They got rid of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson.
They got Kenny Pickett, right?
And they got Kenny.
No, that's the Browns.
No, he's with the Browns now. They traded for him.
So does the Steelers have anybody?
Mason Rudolph?
I don't think they have a quarterback currently. They may have like a backup.
And they're saying that's where Aaron Rodgers is going.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
Supposedly a deal on the table.
Yeah, I think when we look at the Giants quarterback situation right now, as we tape this at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, March 25th, I would say that their quarterback room is and continues to be a work in progress.
There's no way in my opinion, Seth, chime in as well. There's no way that Shador goes to the Giants. I mean, the quarterback room's already crowded.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph's the only quarterback on the Pittsburgh roster.
Don't forget Skylar Thompson.
Oh, he's there too?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you lock it in. Shador goes to the Steelers.
Really?
Right?
No way.
How? He's going to fall back that far? They're going to trade up to get him.
Yeah.
That's a massive fall. I think any team would take a chance before that. I mean, I don't think he falls out of the top 10.
I do. I think it's going to be the big buzz I do.
Do you think Jackson Dart goes before him?
DeVito. They've signed Jameis Winston. They are still very much in the market for Russell Wilson. And ultimately, it wouldn't surprise me if Russell Wilson chose the Giants over the Browns and the Steelers.
So this is old.
Is Schefter high as a kite?
It looks like it.
And he is talking really slow.
So
I thought the Raiders picked before the Steelers.
Now, didn't the Raiders just re-sign Carr?
No, they got Geno, don't they?
No, they traded for Geno, and they're paying him, but
they're drafting Ashton Genty from Boise State.
What do you think of this move, Russell Wilson to the Giants?
Well, it gives them a professional outfit at the quarterback position, something that they obviously struggled with last year. I think the biggest thing for me is like Russell Wilson be able to run the operation, but it doesn't preclude the Giants from potentially taking a quarterback in the draft, whether it be at number 3 or at some point during the draft. But listen, the Giants.
See, it's my understanding that Dion wants Shador to be day one QB1. Like that's part of the deal.
I haven't seen that anywhere.
I wonder how he would feel about that with a team like Tennessee that doesn't have any weapons. Like, do you really want to stick your son out there with, I mean, say what you want for his crappy offensive line in Colorado. He had offensive weapons around him. I mean, it's not like he was playing with scrubs. So, I would think it would highly depend on the situation that he found himself landed in.
They were in a precarious situation. Like, it was almost no-win situation, but they needed to get a veteran guy in there. They got Russell Wilson. They got Jameis Winston, and they could potentially add another guy via the draft.
Bartholomew, you host a local show in New York, so obviously you're as in touch with this stuff as you can possibly be. What's your reaction, Russell Wilson, to the Giants?
I mean, Stevie Wonder saw this coming. We knew Aaron Rodgers was probably going to go to Pittsburgh, so we understood that.
Now, man, in order to be a successful network or major station sports deal, is you just have to be a former black athlete. And
it doesn't hurt.
Too bad I'm a former white athlete.
Too bad I'm just white.
Womp womp.
Giants had to get a professional quarterback, bringing Jameis Winston in. What a professional quarterback allows you to do is evaluate properly the rest of your roster. How good are your receivers? How good is your running back with picking up sites and being where he's supposed to be?
Who the Saints got?
Derek Carr?
Yeah, they're locked in with Carr still.
Here is this is Russell Wilson going to the Giants.
Is there rumors that the Cowboys are talking to trading Dak Prescott to the Browns? Did you see that?
Yeah, that got shot down.
I don't know about that. If I'm a team that's actually looking to trade my quarterback and cash in while he still has some value left, I would be Jacksonville looking to shop Trevor Lawrence to a different situation. It's just they can't get over the hump there.
Here is Cam. Here's Cam Ward doing a drill, and I think everybody's just been looking at it and say this guy's got he can just throw dimes. This bitch has just got it. I mean, he has just got a cannon.
Speaks volumes for his body of work. There's a little spin out. Oh, here we go. Is this the special?
That's a fadeaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
60 yards off his back foot, moving to the left.
I mean, like the most unorthodox, hardest throw as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Rolling opposite direction of your throwing arm off your back foot, a 60-yard dart.
It was probably more like 50, but still, it is impressive.
Well, let's see where he throws it. Hold on, ready?
Spin out. Oh, here we go.
So he throws it from the 15, right?
Oh, from the 5.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, from the 5.
The 7, 8.
Throws it from the 5.
Fadeaway.
Guy caught it at the 10.
Well, but that's not a full field. It's a 30-yard field.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
A 60-yard field, rather.
So
it couldn't have been 60 yards, is my point. But he threw it 50.
We'll take it.
off his back
speaks
foot, left
volumes,
rolling,
for
and
his
it was
body work.
on point.
There's a little spin out. Oh, here we go. Is this the special?
That's a fadeaway.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Does for a fact he go before Shador?
Yes. 1,000,000%.
Vikings want J.J. McCarthy as their quarterback, but won't rule out further talks with Aaron Rodgers. Before I go into words, Brian, I hate him now, of course, but I don't know who I hate more.
But I mean, isn't
him or Brian Gutekunst? Because I don't think Brian Gutekunst has done anything at all. He is the worst general manager when it comes to doing anything.
You just got me Cole Hardman.
Yeah, what do you guys want?
Who?
He drafted you Jordan Love. It was genius.
You guys have 5 number 4 receivers. I mean, that's pretty hard to do.
5 number 4?
Yeah, 5
that's
number
great.
4s.
We got 5 number 4s, and our number 1's been hurt for 3 years.
I don't fear Dontavian Wicks.
And he hasn't had a third-round draft pick work out yet. And all 3 or 4 or 5 of his first-round defensive edge / linemen have all been busts. From Rashawn Gary to Luke Van Ness, the guy's an ass bucket.
Wow.
He's a complete ass bucket.
And he'll be on with us next.
I mean, Brian, you see his moves. He just doesn't do anything.
He's got
in free
moves like
agency.
Jagger, man. He's shaking and baking, shucking and jiving. He's the deal maker. He's Brian Gungelhoos.
He went out there and got a half-ass guard. He went out and got a backup corner. He's letting everybody, Jair Alexander, go. He's let Stokes go. He let a solid offensive lineman go. He's just a complete ass bucket. He doesn't like. I mean, why didn't he go out and get the guy, the edge rusher from the Raiders? Or you know who I would have gone and got? I'm put on a 2-year deal. Khalil Mack. That bitch is a monster when his head's in the game. He's a monster. Remember when he first played with Chicago and he was actually into it?
Yeah, no, he almost killed Aaron Rodgers the first game.
He killed everybody.
It was awesome.
Brian, are you familiar with my general manager's lack of anything?
I mean,
he's done nothing.
You know more about Green Bay than I do, but not as much as Lummy knows about the Bucs, as we knew from the first game show that Twink Martindale brought you, and we're going to have another one coming up after the break.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
What? I'm a dick.
Did I stutter?
If you did, then you heard it twice.
Nice.
What's up, Bubba Army? Thank you for getting us to 1,000 likes. It would be really nice if we could get to 1,200 by the end of the show. But, whatever. I'm not a thumb humper over here.
Thumb humper?
Thumb humper. That's what they call the people on YouTube that ask for likes.
Really?
Yeah. You're either a subscription slut or a thumb humper. Or a follow freak. We're none of those things. But do pay us. Chat app. Cash App, rather. PayPal. Venmo. Zelle.
No Zelle.
We take wampum.
Bubba Army tips.
Bubba Army tips, yeah.
No Zelle.
Give us more than the tip, though. We want the full
Lummy, did you give me that letter?
What's up, Thomas?
Yeah, I gotta grab that printer.
Please?
Yep, go grab it now.
Oh, Red Ice rated rookie Becker's coming up, Gary Cantrell. My niece met her the other day at the campus.
Where they're playing or on UConn?
I don't know. I'm still that. I didn't
Actually,
ask.
no, they were playing in UConn.
Yeah, so it was there.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Yeah, it was Crumble Cookies. He was hitting up.
That's all. Yeah, Gary, those rated prospect cards from Prism are nice.
If you guys want to throw any Cooper flags my way, 5025 West Lemon Street. Attention, babyface. It'll get to me.
I got a Cooper flag.
Yeah, no, I want premium product only. I don't want base shit. I want scarcity, babe.
Permagrom, what college is in Winter Park? I can't remember.
The UCF's right over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Could be Rollins.
Rollins College?
Could be.
Seth Rollins? Russ Rollins
Dude,
College?
Seth Rollins was on Rich Eisen pumping up the Bears.
So that's Stetson? Stetson's over there.
Rollins.
Are you
is
buying the
Rollins.
Hosbula card from me, Nick? Was I selling that to you? Did I offer that to you? I don't recall. Refresh my recollection. I mean, I still have it. I'm waiting for the little guy to die so I can put it up for sale. I think that's the only time Hasbro is going to be worth anymore. Rizzler, we're getting Rizzler on the show. He'll be on next week.
He's on spring break.
Yeah, he's on spring break down in Florida, hooking up with all the girls in Panama City. We're going to send Lummy Investigates out there.
He was hanging out with my dude, Young Gravy.
Yeah, Young Gravy's banging the MILFs, and Rizzler's getting what's equivalent to a MILF for him as a 20-year-old. Man, I love the Fleer Ultra Marvel cards from like 1994. Those were awesome. Awesome, the X-Men cards and stuff. Great card set. Thank you, Snizzook. I thought it was a pretty good segue. Get us into this game show. Oh, no cheating, Lummy. Were you looking over my shoulder?
Yeah, my vision's so good.
Oh, we went over 1,100. Look at that. You Babyface Brigade, you guys are the best in the biz, man.
At 4 a.m. I'm a Florida resident, so I know Publix, but I got my friend here,
Can you believe that they're still getting people with Jack Me Off?
Jack Mayhofer.
Can you just clarify?
Good morning, Creatine.
Who's leading that, and also...
It's Twink Fartendale.
Was based on my recollection. Can you remember
My recollection isn't recollecting!
Babyface Brigade is on fire. I may be Mike seat 4, but I'm number 1 in Bubba Army's hearts.
By the way, shout out to Internet Fred.
How are you feeling?
What did he do?
My sinuses are
Fucking beating cancer.
Oh, congrats, Fred.
Internet Fred.
Fred's not dead, bitches. What's up, Speed Racer? Lots of exclamation points. You're excited to see me.
What is up, Texas Tech Red Raiders fans?
What is up is the Twink Martindale game show coming up to you here in the next 35, 40 seconds. Let me get ready. Let me put my voice on.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, the Blizzard podcast today after the show, starring Babyface and the Seth Kushner.
I think it's been almost a month since we've done one.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's been
a minute.
A couple weeks at least.
Yeah, a couple weeks because you had to go to a doctor's appointment on when I was in that Wednesday, Thursday, and then we had no show. It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks, baby.
People are jonesing, man.
Oh, they are. They need the Blizz.
I was in Publix the other day, and people were like, "What's the deal?" You know?
Yeah, when
Frozen food section, of course, because it's the Blizzard.
When you give me the Blizz?
That's it, man. We're going to blizz hard today. We got mother-in-law stories. It's going to be great. And then whatever else Seth has written down on it, post it.
Stories that they will not share on the big show, that they save exclusively for the Blizz.
I got a message from a dude that said he's hardcore conservative, but he really enjoys the Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Maggie Matroni's on there.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Blizzard can cross the aisle very, very easily.
Yeah, we're a trans show. We
Sure.
we go left, right.
You guys are dipping red. You guys are dip red.
We'll dip it when it needs to be dipped.
Sure.
I mean, we're definitely supporting the breach that happened.
Oh, 100% behind that. I think we need more of that. It's good for government. And how dare that reporter allow himself to be added erroneously by Matt Waltz? That was terrible of him. He
It's
should know better.
espionage.
He's a scummy reporter anyways. Anyways, back to the show.
I was going to read the email, but here's what I understand, Jeff Lane. If you are going to kill yourself or you need me or Dr. Diaco to save your life and it needs to be outside of email, then why don't you give us a way to contact you other than email? That's what I understand. Because I could be calling you up right now saving your life, buddy. Hello, my name is Jeff Lane. I'm writing to you to ask for help in saving my life. With your help and possibly Dr. Dan's help, you could not only save my life, as well as get my story out there for others to be warned about or informed of. I'd like to talk to you about my situation. I've been listening to you for over 20 years, and I figured with Dr. Dan on your show, you could have quite the show warning people as it could happen to anybody. I mean, you definitely have my beak wet here. You've sparked my interest, but Jeff, you idiot, you didn't give me a way to get a hold of you.
Well, you have his email.
Well, I mean, I think I
He says to call him.
Yeah. It would be quite long to go over my situation here in email. So, Brian, he denotes that indeed it's not an emailable situation.
Wow.
It would be easier to tell you or someone with the show over the phone or in person. I'll choose option A over the phone. Bubba, I'm desperate, and I beg of you and Dr. Dan's help. Please help save my life. Thank you, Jeff Lane. Well, Jeff Lane, you don't give me a way to get a hold of you. How do I not know that you're not there dead on the couch right now? Because I did not respond quick enough, because I did not have a way to contact you. So let me, on behalf of the show, tell Jeff, give us a number so we can save your life.
And if you're thinking of doing anything crazy before that, dial 988.
Yeah, please. If you're thinking about anything as far as harming yourself, or you're just down on your luck, or you're just having bad thoughts, you always have a friend. Dial pound 988. Pound 988. Or email your favorite radio show, but leave me a phone number when you tell me to call you.
You think this is legit?
I don't know, but it's certainly one that I should probably check out to cover my ass.
I don't think you need to cover your ass, but you can reach out to him and say, hey, man, call in. Here's the number. Or what's a good number to reach at?
You're going to be really pissed off when you find out that he just wanted to get you guys on the phone.
That's fine. Then I'll rip him a new ass.
I could tell you what he might need Dr. Dan's help with is medication. So that brings us a beautiful segue into today's Twink Martindale game.
All right, Twink, take it away. Let me make sure I have my proper sound effects here. There we go.
There we go.
Now we've been each one of us. I see Seth has his and I have mine, and we're showing the cameras. I've been given 3. Have you been given 3, Seth?
I have 3.
3, Lummy, you got 3?
Yes, sir.
3 pieces of paper. One looks like a guy coughing out a bunch of letters. One is a Pokemon deal, and the other one is prescription, like a picture of pills. Okay?
What pills are those, Bubba?
That's the only thing that all 3 of us contestants, me, Seth, and Lummy, have. Now, what are we playing for, Twink, today?
Oh, today's prize is a very limited edition, last in the collection, leftover Babyface gift card from Christmas. This one comes with the added bonus of being signed, personalized, to me from Regina Hunter herself.
Wow.
This is a keepsake that you and your family are sure to love for generations. You can pass it down to your children. Or leave it in the will to Seth, and we'll be playing for that here momentarily.
What's the approximate value?
The exact amount of this one is $25.
So this is $25.
She only gave you $25?
This was in my. She doesn't give. She's not very thoughtful. If I'm being honest.
Wow.
Well, I mean, she
threw together a 60th birthday party for her husband. I had to put it together the 5:30 p.m. the day before his birthday.
Look at this guy.
So they don't listen. We know
she
that.
lives in Gina World.
She lives in Gina World.
Well, yeah, she lives, and even Tom will say she lives in Gina World.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yep.
She's my wife. I got married 11/11/11. by the Honorable Bubba Clem. And do you think they regret now that I married them?
I don't think they care.
I don't think they do either. They have a great marriage, by the way. And so, Brian, how does this game? We know what we're playing for: a hand-me-down Regina Hunter gift card,
autographed. It's
autographed
limited edition
by Miss Hunter.
Hand me down,
and it's valued at $25.
Yes,
we do have the necessary sound effects. And Twink usually has some type of game. He has some type of props and what have you. And you've given us 3 pictures. What game are we playing?
Today's game, I will give you a word. And you will have to tell me, is that word an actual prescription drug, a Pokemon character, or made-up gibberish?
Okay.
And that, I'm sure you're all 3 of you, not both of you, all 3 of you are smart enough to figure out which image to hold up for each answer. I got it.
I hope so.
Prescription drug, Pokemon character, or made-up gibberish. Shall we begin?
Yes, we shall.
The first word.
Now, hold on. Does everybody get a chance at it?
Yes, everybody's going to hold up their paper.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. And then we'll score this. Twink Martindale does it all.
Well,
Twink Martindale.
Lummy, are you going to keep score as well?
No, well, I don't need Lummy to.
Babyface will.
I've got this. I want Lummy dialed in on the game.
Now,
I don't want any
Brian,
excuses.
Brian, after it's over, well, then you hand your scorecard to Lummy to put part of the notes of the show.
He's more than welcome to have my scraps of paper.
Yes. Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes.
The first word is Zacian. Zacian. Now, is that a prescription drug, a Pokemon character, or made-up gibberish? Lummy's locked in, Seth is locked in, and Bubba is locked in. Oh, we have 3 different answers.
All right.
Zacian is a Pokemon character. Lummy on the board.
Damn. Me and Seth. Lummy.
Did you know that for sure, Lummy?
Nope.
Okay.
All righty.
I didn't know if he was a pokey,
Yeah.
So now, Brian,
I've been hanging out with Tom and Gina. If they wish they were listening today.
Now we can throw our Pokemon ones away. Because
No. You keep them out. There's multiples. Don't throw anything away.
Oh, we're doing this more. There's more than 3 words.
There's 15 words total.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
That sippy making you loopy.
Loopy fiasco over here.
Sorry.
Are you okay now, Bubba? Are you prepared for word number 2?
I am prepared.
So we set these on fire now, Brian?
I've been set straight by the great Seth Kushner.
Already used it as toilet paper.
Let's go.
The next word is Garvastat. Garvastat.
Unless he's throwing us off.
Yeah.
We've got Lummy locked in prescription, Seth locked in prescription. Bubba says it's gibberish. The only person getting a point here is Bubba.
I know my prescriptions.
Seth, you thought it was prescription?
I've been holding up medication for everything.
Yes.
Seth's just hoping to get some meds somehow.
This. I thought this would be a little easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at Twink. He's so giddy over there.
Yes.
The toothy hoothy.
The next word. Is it prescription drug, Pokemon, or gibberish? Anakinra. Anakinra.
What a dick.
Anakinra. We've got 2 Pokemon from Seth and Bubba and a prescription from Lummy. Anakinra is a prescription drug. Congratulations, Lummy.
All right.
Was Lummy privy to any of these questions or answers?
No.
I'm the last person that Brian would talk to about it.
I mean, I wouldn't say the last.
If we're talking about vodka flavors, he'd be an expert. But
I am.
Well, he seems to be kicking your butt on this, Bubba, doubling you up.
Only by 1.
Seth, yet to get on the board. Are we ready for the next word?
We're here ready to go.
Okay. Idelanon. Idelanon. Is that a prescription drug, gibberish, or a Pokemon character? Idelanon. We've got Bubba and Seth saying it's a prescription. Lummy says it's gibberish. Give the point to the prescription boys.
All right. Yeah, all right. Seth, give me a high five, buddy.
Yeah, give me them germs.
Give me them drugs. Give me them drugs. All right, continue on.
All right.
How's it feel, Lummy?
Gibberish.
Get teabagged.
Oh, yeah.
Double teabagged.
Thank you.
That's 4 balls.
It's 4 balls in your mouth.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't need to say that. So sorry. Inappropriate. It's a sippy.
The next. Hold on, I'm making sure I'm crossing off.
Come
the
on,
right
Twink.
ones. All right. Sorry.
We were flowing good till Twink messed it up.
The next word, Probopass. Probopass. We got 3 gibberish on that. 3 gibberish. You are all wrong. It is a Pokemon character.
Okay, continuing on.
The next one we've got, Garbodor. The next word is Garbodor. Is that a prescription drug?
Wait.
A Pokemon or pure gibberish? We've got Bubba and Seth with Pokemon. Are you guys cheating off each other?
No,
and
we're
Lummy
not.
with gibberish. You get a point if you got Pokemon.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yes! We can't cheat. I can't see him.
All right.
He can't see me. No, if he would raise his up and I'd raise mine up and then we would make a change, that would be a cheat.
Yeah.
But if we just both, yeah.
All right, next up.
Me and Seth know we're being honest. Deep down in our little souls.
Yeah, I have
don't
no
we?
reason to cheat at
Right.
all.
I have no reason to lose. Who cares?
Next word, Endopadrill. Endopadrill. Is that a medicine, a gibberish, or a Pokemon character? We got 3 gibberish, and we have 3 correct answers.
Oh, you think it's a medicine, but it's not.
No. This is actually a pretty damn good game. This is really, by the way, Twink, really good game, very thoughtful. Thank you for the preparation, my friend.
No problem. So it's current standings. Bubba with 4, Lummy with 3, and Sethy Boy with 3. This is our closest game ever.
By the way, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or BubbaArmyTips.com if you're appreciating the game and the effort that we've put forward. Appreciate you so much. Mushroom Mitch said, here's $20 for you on your PayPal. Appreciate you, my friend. Every dollar goes a long way. Payroll next Thursday. Go ahead.
Next word, Pancuronium. Pancuronium. Is that a Pokemon, gibberish, or a prescription drug?
Oh, man.
We've got 2 gibberish from Lummy and Bubba and a prescription drug from Seth. Congratulations for tied for the lead, Sethy Boy. That was a prescription drug.
Look at Seth pulling those up.
Pancuronium.
Pulling the nose up, Seth, the Seth Kushner, ladies and gentlemen, pulling the nose up. It's all tied at 4. But this is a barn burner, is it not?
Boy, we should take a commercial break and really
drag this out.
Yeah.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
I really should have had what it was for.
Oh, you don't know?
No. I didn't do. Yesterday was tight.
How did what went over the best in the?
Pancuronium is a neuromuscular blocker used as an adjunct to general anesthesia to facilitate tracheal intubation.
Okay, we got to get 2 of those from Dr. Dan immediately.
I know tracheal intubation.
It's a neuromuscular blocker used during anesthesia so they can get the tube down your throat more easily so you don't gag.
Dude, Bubba's got the Chobani flip.
Oh, nice.
That's a staple at my house.
Did I get a little respect?
Oh, man, yeah.
Hold on, a little yogurt cred from you?
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
Now, what you do is, do you flip it in like this?
Oh, yeah, you flip it in just like that. Oh, yeah.
And then you stir it up, Willie?
I had my own Oreos, too, on top of it. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not too big on stirring. I like to just kind of dig right in and let it mix as I dig.
I like to excavate it. See, I like excavate the sides and stuff.
All right, I gotta go.
That's the most respect I've gotten from Seth Kushner, and since he's worked here, because I got the Chobonian flip.
Idebenon is a hearing loss medication.
These are depressing.
Don't be saying that.
Well, I'm letting you know the ones I already said.
Oh.
Anakinra is used to treat rheumatoid arthritis.
Is it all tied up?
It's Seth 4, Bubba 4, and Lummy 3. This thing is nip tuck, if you will. Whoa. There's a show for you to watch, Bubba. Nip tuck.
I think Bubba watched that back in the day.
Oh, they have Nip Tuck Miami now.
Oh, do they?
No. But
Wasn't it in Miami?
I don't know.
I think it was in
I've never
Miami.
watched
It was, but didn't they? Their last year, they moved to L.A.
Oh.
Hey, Lummy, will you scan this Department of Florida shit?
Yeah.
Not now.
You want me to take it so I can back there now?
Yeah, here you go.
Coming up.
It's just 2 pages. Okay.
I just email it to you.
Email to me, yeah.
I'm going to look up what all these other medications are.
We got to get an intro for Twink.
We got to get a game show intro.
Yeah.
And now for this week's game, hosted by Twink Martindale.
Hey, Twink!
I need a skinny microphone. Like Bob Barker had back in the day. Drew Carey still uses, right?
I don't know. I don't get a lot of prices right anymore.
No? I wonder if Drew Carey's going to be in Happy Gilmore too. I wonder if he gets to do a fist fight with Drew Carey.
Wow, that's interesting.
Right?
I mean, I didn't think about it, but it makes a little sense.
I know. I should have been the casting director on that.
I think I remember reading something about Bob Barker over the years. CBS, whoever hosted it, settled I don't know how many sexual lawsuits from him fucking all the models.
It's the cost of doing business, baby.
Yeah, there was a good amount that came out against him.
He was fucking all the models.
Yeah.
The price was right. What do you guys think of Ryan Seacrest hosting Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm generally not watching TV at 7 o'clock at night these days, getting my daughter ready for shower time and bed and all of that. Baby Billy Bible Bonkers is my #1 inspiration for everything in life.
They better show an episode this season.
Well, I think Uncle Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers, the locust invasion might have brought an extra.
No. He said he's got to go film. He said he's.
He said it in one of the shows?
Uh-huh.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Fish. I said fish on the J. $50 on the PayPal. Mummy's got a Cash App. Who do you got for me on Cash?
Matthew Martindale, $20. Thank you, Uncle Twink. And Rob Green, $100.
Oh my God, Robbie Green. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at the Bubba Army or BubbaArmyTips.com. Or go to my merch store, pick up. We're below 100 now of the brand new Bubba Army Alpha. Volume 25, and even the guy who hates everything for the most part, Brian, the babyface Matroni, says that he requested a bottle of Volume 25, has worn it, and his beautiful wife put it over.
She did.
Got her a little something.
Got me a little something. Every time I spray it, the chicks go crazy.
The
cap comes off and the panties drop.
Not that Tweak Martindale, our game show host with Brian Matroni, his alter ego, would want a brand new set of, and by the way, you only have 30 days to get these. The new Fat Man Dunks, Bubba Army, Fat Man Dunks 3, available for another 30 days, pre-order only. Here's what they're going to look like. You can go to Bubba Army Store, Bubba Army Merch, BubbaArmyShop.com.
Little Wilbur's Afterburn, $30.
Thank you, Little Will.
And Chub It Up Spice, $20.
Thank you. Continuing our game.
Continuing along to recap the score, currently tied. Bubba with 4, Seth with 4, Lummy with 3. The game of the day is prescription drug, Pokemon character, or made-up gibberish. And the amazing one-of-a-kind prize is a limited edition
Regina
Hunter
signed.
Law Regina first name signed $25 Visa gift card. Good wherever Visa's accepted. All righty, Visa. Trump can't revoke this.
You're the only one that popped on that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all right. That's part of a game show host, just to,
do a self-popper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-pop. Ready for this one, guys?
Yes, we are.
What is Klefki? What is Klefki?
We all hold them up to our respective cameras, and Brian looks at the cameras.
We got Lummy and Bubba with Pokemon, Seth with gibberish. We've got a new leader, Bubba alone with 5, Lummy with 4, Seth with 4, as that was a Pokemon character.
Ryan and BFC, $20. Babyface Brigade.
Babyface Brigade. Thank you very much.
Ready for the next one,
yes,
gentlemen?
We're born ready. We're over here with our mouths open like a baby bird, ready for you to shove some worms down our throat.
Well, that's for next week's game, What's in My Mouth. But for
next week's game, what can I shove down your throat?
This week's game, you got to guess, what is zooplexia?
Zooplexia. Okay. We're going to get we have 3 different pieces of paper we hold up, and denoting whether it's a Pokemon, a prescription drug, or word gibberish. We all have the same, and we all came in with gibberish. Brian, what's the score on that deal?
You all get a point. That was made up gibberish. Very good.
Okay, continuing right along.
The next word is flugovnia. Flugovnia.
We all are now handing.
We've got Lummy and Seth saying it's gibberish. Bubba says, I've taken flugovnia. It's in my rattler right now. But Bubba would be lying because that's made up gibberish. And we now have a 3-way tie. Whoa. Unprecedented in Twink Martindale's game hosting career. We've got a 3-way.
Wow.
A hot, beefy 3-way right now. With Lummy with 6, Bubba with 6, and Sethy Boy with 6.
Man, Seth's never been so competitive in his entire game show life. He's right in the mix. Woo! Because Lummy, I think it's you and I are the only 2 winners. So I don't think Seth's won one yet, has he?
There's no reason to look at, in the past when we got to
Well, how can we even know? There's no trapper keeper here.
That's true. Sorry, Lummy. But Lummy, there will be a trapper keeper here tomorrow, won't there, buddy?
Yes, there will be.
Yes, there will be.
Walker's going to have to take something else to school.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next word, gentlemen. Get ready, buckle up, and tell me, what is domperidone? What is domperidone? We've got Lummy and Bubba saying it's a prescription drug. We got Sethy Boy saying it's a Pokemon. Lummy and Bubba, take a bow. It is a prescription drug. Woo! Domperidone is a medication used to increase the contractions of the stomach and bowels.
I need some.
You do?
Yeah, I could.
Well, you do because codeine, one of the side effects is constipation. We know you've been abusing that sippy all week long.
I've been abusing it for every minute that I've had it in my possession. And it's made me a better person and gave me the ability to come in and talk for 5 hours. So I think it's doing its job, my friend.
Joshua Burgess.
Abused or not abused?
$10, new money.
New money. All right, hold on. All right, continue. Brian, continue on. Let's continue on.
So the next one for you gentlemen to figure out is cisplatin. Cisplatin. Hey, is that a Pokemon character, a prescription drug, or made up gibberish? We've got Pokemon from Bubba, gibberish from Sethy Boy, Pokemon from Lummy. No one gets a point. Cisplatin is an anti-cancer chemo drug that actually contains trace amounts of platinum.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go.
A very rare, all of us missed.
Everybody missed. So the current standings, Bubba 7, Lummy 7, Seth 6. We have 2 left.
2 questions
it's
left.
Anybody's game.
It is. It could be a 3-way tie.
We'll bring you the...
Then what
I'm just
happens?
joking. We're not breaking again. We'll figure it. I'll figure something out. There won't
What's
be a
25 split 3 ways? That's what Seth wants to do. Says I don't want.
Is it 8.33333?
Seth says, "Give me a $9 bill and I'm out of here, buddy."
All right. The next word.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, is that foreshadowing?
No, it's just my fat finger hit the deal.
Aloe mamola. Aloe mamola. Aloe mamola. Aloe mamola. Is that a Pokemon, a prescription drug, or gibberish?
Oh, I gotta. Well,
Alamalola.
I'm just gonna.
We got 3 Pokemon.
Actually, you know what? I just gotta.
Well,
I gotta.
Well, you're gonna regret that, Sethy Boy, because we had 3 right answers, but now we're down to 2. That was a Pokemon.
All right, Seth, you screwed up, Sethy Boy.
I had to try to make a move. We couldn't just gone to the last one. I think.
Yeah, but see, you can't make a move based on what's been presented. You just got to go with what you present because that means you had an opportunity to look at what was presented. So you got to go with your first instinct. So I'm going to overrule that. And say that actually Seth gets that.
No.
Yeah, give him a point, Lummy.
Well, and then it comes down to this one.
It comes down to this one. It makes it
Seth with 7, Lummy with 8, Bubba with 8.
That's giving Seth one.
Yes, I did. That was with Seth being gifted one.
So Seth, you cannot look at others. You just got to throw it up, okay?
Yeah, don't play around. Don't use strategy.
I was gonna say, how do I win?
No strategy, Seth. Just blurt it out, buddy, like you do all your life. Here we go.
The last word is procrastin. Is that a drug, a Pokemon, or gibberish?
Oh, holy hell!
Bubba with the win.
We've got Seth going the counter with the Pokemon that gives him the only chance of winning. We got Lummy and Bubba saying gibberish. And in the first time in the history of Twink Martindale, we have a tie for the lead between Bubba and Lummy.
Oh.
No. Sorry, Seth.
I thought we had a 3-way tie.
No.
Oh.
I apologize.
Oh, God. I got
Procrastin is just the word procrastinate with the 8 removed.
Wow.
That's how I came up with that one. So for our tiebreaker question.
Oh, okay.
I hurt myself. I'm out. I have to retire from the game.
No, you cannot, Lummy. You can beat me. Stop being a pussy. Come on. Here we go. You got tie. Lummy, one of us is going to win fair and square, just like the NFL changed their overtime rules. The overtime rules not going to be you pull up lame and you can't compete against me.
We'll have $20.
You could very well. There's $25 laying on overtime. Here we go.
So here we go. So this is, I'm not looking for an exact number. I'm looking for an approximation based off the best available evidence. How many deaths does over-the-counter codeine factor into per year? How many deaths does over-the-counter codeine factor into each year on average?
250,000.
Well, you're not in this, buddy.
But can I just give a guess?
You can give a guess.
Oh my God.
This is a big question.
You writing it down, Lummy?
Yeah.
Over-the-counter codeine.
Does that count if they put it? If they make lean and then
Yeah,
die?
I don't know. It's over-the-counter only. So
over-the-counter only.
Yeah, over-the-counter codeine. Approximately how many deaths are attributable to it each year?
Okay. Do we all put our numbers up?
Yes.
What do we got? Lummy guesses.
343,032.
Oof, that's.
Mine was 10,000.
It was 100. Bubba wins.
Wow. How many weeks in a row have I won? And by the way,
it's 4.
Fair and squarely, too.
Yeah, you even gave Seth a point.
Yeah.
And I even gave Seth a point.
Yep. Oh, there you go. This guy's racking them up.
I am racking it up. I can't tell you where the other ones are.
Bubba can't afford to fire me now. He's counting on this money.
I mean,
he's like, Erica, you'll get to
it's-
eat this weekend if I win the Babyface's game.
It's almost it's dominant. Let me. What's the record now?
Ford, Lummy 1, and Seth 0.
They're starting to call you the UCLA of Twink Martindale games, Bubba.
My Bubba Wooden?
You're Bubba Wooden over there.
Before we go into words, boy, why can't something like this happen to us? Where, Seth knew back in 1985, he went to his dad, Larry, and said, "Hey, Dad, I got a chance to buy a Michael Jordan's rookie debut jersey for $800. And Larry goes, "Okay, no problem. Ask your brother for the money." And so then Seth's brother loans him the money. And it's yesterday, Michael Jordan's pro debut jersey sold for $4.21 million. You only need one of those scores in life, and you're set. Set. Somebody bought it for $800 back in '85. Which is what? That's the year he played, right? I mean, they probably sold it relatively soon after he played. You think, Brian? I mean, do you think that they sold it?
No, because he wasn't Michael Jordan back then. But somebody, I mean, it went somewhere. Whether he eventually, gave it up, sold it, or whatever. But I guess
he might have even gave it to somebody.
It looks like it's autographed as well, which makes a little more sense.
$4.21 million.
That's insane.
I think the memorabilia game's tough, though. I mean,
it is tough.
He had to wait 40 years,
Yeah.
But he turned 800 into 4.2 million. I mean, that's a pretty good ROI.
That is.
That's more than any 401k or money manager would have gotten you with that money in that time.
That's more than Tom Bean's getting on his dominoes right now. That's the guy that I hold the highest.
You're doing great on it, and we're going to have tremendous goodies in the bag for women.
Like I said, that I thought that Donald Trump's not a very good public speaker.
Is Trump hosting a card break? He's putting tremendous goodies in the bags for everybody.
But what I'm saying is, he's not a. I think I got in an argument. Was it yesterday, Lummy?
Yes.
That I said, and everybody was yelling at me. I'm like, listen,
This was Stein.
Alex was arguing with me. I'm like, listen, I love it. I love his boss hogging mentality. I love his swagger, but deep down on his feet, on the fly, spontaneously, he's not that good of a public speaker. He really isn't.
You're doing great on it.
That doesn't mean that I don't like him. That doesn't mean I didn't vote for him. That doesn't mean I don't like the way that he's rolling around right now. That doesn't mean I don't necessarily believe in what he's going to get done. I think that he's going to do good things for our country, but he's not a good speaker.
It's not his fault. It's these darn liberal reporters asking him these gotcha questions, and it's these darn liberal microphone manufacturers.
He just gets stuck on certain little words, and he's not that. He doesn't flow that good.
I think he's a legitimate public speaker.
Legitimately. Tremendous goodies in the bag for women too. The women, between the fertilization and all of the other things that we're talking about, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. It's going to be tremendous.
We're joined today.
Instead of, it's going to be a great thing for women. It really is. It's going to be a really, really, really revolutionary time for a woman. See, I'm not even the president, and I'm stupid, and that sounds smarter than what he just said. Does it not?
Yes.
Fertilization.
Yeah, fertilization, That's when you, what I'm
Look at that smile. He knows he's got him, though.
I'm still very proud of it. I don't care. I'll be known as the fertilization president, and that's okay. That's not bad.
I can still fertilize my wife and have more of me. Yes, I can.
Not bad. I've been called much worse. Actually, I like it, right? I like it. Thank you.
I want to be known as the Fertilization 47.
We're joined. You do.
So, I don't know what was he even talking about?
What was there, was it some sort of IVF conference?
It's
Brian?
a goodie bag. No, this is swag, stuff we all get. We all love swag. everyone was going to have fertilization in their swag.
That's right. There's going to be a test tube full of sperm, and for you ladies out there that like to and a turkey baster and if you'd like to impregnate yourself, please note me as the fertilization president that gave away turkey baster prizes after every press conference. It's going to be tremendous. It's the best goodie bag for women ever. What was Marjorie Taylor all flipped out about yesterday?
She's yelling at a reporter because she's not from America. So, pretty valid when you dodge the question by attacking somebody's place of origin.
Standard reverse heat, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a typical WWE shit.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
To a charity auction in 1885.
Is this in New Jersey?
Funny. And then the next person bought it in 2009 for $66,000.
Wow. 66,000 in 2009.
Yeah.
And then 4.2 million today.
Pretty good.
That's a pretty good return.
I'm going to go into the Dion. I got the Marjorie Taylor and then the Dion deal, and then we're out.
I've got Caitlin Clark's tampon from her first game, if anybody...
Oh, my God.
It's been DNA tested and authenticated by PSA.
Oh, Russell Wilson was at where was it, the Knicks game?
Oh, was he?
He was at the Knicks game and he signed a football and then threw it into the crowd.
He missed the receiver, though.
Here's the thing, man. If he would hit somebody in the head and they'd cause him a little bit of damage, he'd be getting his ass sued.
Not in New York.
Do you think people are saying Aaron Rodgers to Minnesota just so he can follow the exact same career path as Brett Favre?
No, Minnesota's leaving it open. I mean, it's more of a Minnesota thing.
I thought it was a Minnesota didn't want him thing.
There's been a lot.
Are they just playing games?
No, Minnesota's happy with JJ.
I think they're very unsure.
Do you think teams think that Rodgers is an absolute fucking distraction?
Yes.
Yeah, but I also think there's teams that believe that they're a good Aaron Rodgers away from winning it all.
Right.
And that
What team do you think thinks that they're an Aaron Rodgers away from being a champion?
You know what? We probably should have this on the air.
The Vikings.
Well, I mean, they won so many games with Darnold.
Well,
I don't
did you scan that?
Yes, you should have it in your email.
I mean,
go get it and bring it back.
Aaron Rodgers throwing to T.J. Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, and Addison that's
pretty strong.
And the coach is a fucking quarterback guru.
But Rodgers had good receivers with the Jets and still looked like shit.
He had Garrett Wilson. That's a far cry from the best.
Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson.
He had Devontae Adams for half a season.
Okay, that's half a season long enough. How good did he look in that half a season?
Amazing.
His numbers weren't bad last year.
They weren't great.
Rodgers threw for 4,000.
Wait, so are you telling me that half a season of Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson is better than Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison?
No.
Okay.
I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying it's not like Rodgers had no weapons around.
But here's the deal. Devontae wasn't even into it.
He told you that?
I mean, but Rodgers did throw for 4,000 yards.
Yeah, he got a lot of meaningless points when they were already down by a lot. Seth and I are starting a card breaking company called Trump Breaks, and it's where we dress up and we, kind of paint ourselves orange and we break cards, and then we smear orange bronzer on all the base vets,
and then we sell those to you.
And sell those, yeah.
Oh, there's got to be a Trump Breaks already.
Really big break. Some are saying maybe the biggest break ever. This is out of 99. It's actually 1 of 1 because there's only 1/8 of 99 of this card.
It's so funny because they've had like Triple H, Triple H, Dana White open cards and shit like that.
I just saw Triple H open a card.
Yeah, they do it like Bubba does, where they hold up each card.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking, let's see the good shit.
So Rob Green.
Well, I used to do it with each card just to make it last longer. People paying hundreds of dollars, they don't want it over in 35 seconds.
Well, that's why I have to do 76 box breaks. It never ends. Were they ripping them fast? Like, were they just getting to the hit?
Yeah.
No, Brian.
Yeah, they were ripping.
When I watched the Triple H thing, they were
ripping
They had kind of spread out. He said he wanted to Bray Wyatt.
Wanted the Bray Wyatt?
Because he got all teary-eyed.
He did get a Bray Wyatt card?
Triple H did. He asked him what card he wanted for his collection, and he wanted that one, and he got all kind of...
Oh, man, I hope it was a special one, not just a regular jobber card.
But didn't he die?
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's...
But his cards didn't.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is I think that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, no, that's, he was a great guy.
Man, I feel the same way about my Lanny Poffo. He was a great guy.
Dude, for real, man.
Isn't Lanny still alive?
Yeah, he's got a big dick, too.
But he died.
How big was it?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I don't tell you enough, Brian, but thank you for the great appearance today, my friend. I actually was taking a shower this morning. I was like, oh, it's Thursday, which means I'll be, have to be on my...
Toes. You gotta be on your toes. You gotta head on a swivel, man. I ain't your yes man.
I know, buddy.
I ain't your yes man. I ain't here to talk about my roof.
I wanted to thank you for the great job today, my friend.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. I love being here. Missed you all last week. I will miss you all next week, though. Don't forget, I am not here next week.
Oh, you're not?
Taking my dad out to Vegas.
You're not here?
I'm not here next week.
You staying at the Cosmo?
Because I'm not going to be here on Friday, and I was going to have Seth host a show, but he wanted you to be in here to help him host, and you're not.
Yeah, I had mentioned it 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to remind you guys today.
So, Lummy, we might just do a best of.
Okay.
And I'll do it. I can.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, let's talk privately.
I think a Seth Lasker show might be good.
Ooh, I don't.
Ooh, I don't.
That was quick.
Seth doesn't. Gene Gene's like a carny, and he knows when he's got somebody that will oppose him and keep him straight, and somebody that's a little leery of him, and not scared but leery. And Seth respectfully is a little leery of Gene, and might let Gene get away with more than Gene should get away with, just in fear of he didn't want to tell Gene, we probably should do it. So Gene would take advantage of that, and that could really make for a bad combination.
Okay, well, what about bringing in Dark Match Steve to do a show with Seth?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, that's the second time.
Sorry.
I think Seth having a paid vacation day would be something he wouldn't mind.
Sorry, Steve. I tried, man.
I mean, I just if I'm hosting, do I just get plugged into your chair and I work with whoever's supposed to be there that day, or do I assemble who I feel like is I could be the most comfortable and funny with?
B. And I think that assembly includes Brian, and he's not available, which could potentially throw you off and on an assembly that you're not necessarily comfortable with. And you hosting is good, but you have to be very comfortable in your surroundings and the people that you are surrounded by. And Gene sometimes can make people uncomfortable, including myself.
Well, Gene also, did make it a point when he came back to say that I'm definitely no love sponge, even though I was not trying. He did let me know that you're better than me in many ways. And I think that he feels like I honestly think that he would feel like he's on like the B show when you're not here.
What about having like in Fisher or Drew or something? Somebody that Seth has a rapport with and is comfortable with.
He's a job. He does mornings on the Eagle.
Oh, he can't call in sick one day and just come do somebody else's show?
No, he could call in sick, but not under these circumstances. No.
Sorry.
Let me hit up Johnson.
All right, I'll get on it.
Let's just listen, Seth. You get with me and you tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
If you want a day off paid, no problem. Let me whip up a best of.
Yes, sir.
If you want to assemble somebody you let me know. We'll do that as well.
A lot of people are saying best of, just use today's show again. But, a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, well, I think today was a pretty
Don't read
good show.
chat, though, but they're saying it.
No, I don't. Whew. I think we're pretty much done for
Are we going to get to that Marjorie Taylor Greene audio tomorrow?
Yeah, might as well get it to tomorrow.
Right.
Eugene.
Or the Blizzard could get into it.
Yeah, we're kind of an MTG-free zone.
We love her, though, and support her.
Yeah, absolutely. Her little demented feet that she has.
Space lasers. Ian!
She loves Jews.
I might go sit in my just freshly DNA'd Seth massage chair. I'll have my shirt on, though. And Seth's getting ready to do. Seth and Brian's getting ready to give you the Blizzard.
Yep, Brian's got a mother-in-law story. He might have killed her.
Subscribe on YouTube and watch us live.
And then Lummy, make sure you got the shears charged up for tomorrow. We'll touch up Hootie tomorrow. Okay.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. The Blizzard is next.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.